do you think? What do you think? How are you all doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's keep tapping out the live. We'll get the class started as soon as we get to 5,000 taps. As soon as we get to 5,000 taps, and of course 50 shares. So if you're new here, I'm Dr. Lina. Like I said, I'm. Let's not start that today. Right? I mean, I am from the 66 countries represented here. 66 country represented here. Guys, I love this. 66 countries represented here. Okay. So, but welcome in, welcome in. So far, there is currency in your country, right? There is a stock exchange in your country. I am from that country. Wherever there's money, Dr. Lina is from that place, okay? Yeah, but you want to see me physically from Canada, all the way from Canada. Canada was number 2 or number 3 between UK and Canada was number 2 or number 3 out of the 66 countries. So let's drop where you're connecting from. And for those that are new here, today we are going to be talking about investing. Never mind my board. My board is a complete mess right now. Yes. And I'm overly excited because this is the part that I play a lot here from when it comes to ETF and real estate. Oh my goodness, real estate, ETF, you're going to see Dr. Lina's energy right here. So if you're sitting here, be ready for the ride. Get your pen and paper, guys. Get your pen and paper ready. Tap out the live. You'll be sitting there 2 minutes. Click on that follow button and keep, drop where you're connecting from. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, everyone. So we are talking about investing, and specifically today, we are going to be talking about investing in ETF. Specifically, we're talking about ETF and the stock market. All right. So because there are different types of investing. There's the ETF, there's the real estate, there's businesses, right? Those are the 3 types of investing that we have. Let's keep tapping out the live. As soon as we get to 5,000 taps, we get it started. If you have been sitting there 2 minutes, click on that follow button. You've been here, you haven't clicked on the follow button, click on the follow button. Let's get our daily at me. So for those that are, for the OGs in the house, we already know what to do. OGs in the house. Twin, it's been a minute. Where have you been? Or is it me that not been showing up in the afternoon? Because I've just been seeing different faces that we have not seen in the past couple of days, right? Because maybe I've not been showing up at that at the normal time. Okay, so good to find each and every one of you. Let's keep tapping out the live. Edward, how are you doing? Real Dead, how are you doing? For those on the YouTube side, welcome in. Make sure you click on that subscribe button. Indicate where you're connecting. Yes, I miss you too. All right, I miss you, right? I miss you too. Welcome in, but I've been showing up twice a day. Only yesterday I showed up only at night, but every other day I've been showing up in the afternoon and at night. So 1:30 and 8 p.m. that's when I show up, even though I join late at times because Dr. Lima is human. So let's keep tapping out the live as soon as we get to 5,000 taps. For those that are new, we are talking about what? We are talking about ETF, exchange traded funds. What is this? We're going to be talking about, we're going to touch real estate. We're going to touch businesses. Of course, we're not going to touch everything today, but ultimately it's about investing. Right? Why are we talking about investing instead of savings? Why are we talking about? Because if you put your money in savings, guys, you're not going to build wealth. Ultimately, you're not building wealth. As a matter of fact, everyone, if you do not agree, right, that you should not put your money in savings account, right? Put I do not agree in the comments. But if you agree that you should put your money in the savings account, put agree in the comments. I agree. If you do not agree and you think that it's still better for you to put money in the savings account, put I do not agree. But you agree that we should be investing instead of savings, put I agree in the comment section. And today we're going to be talking about ETF. We're going to be talking about the stock market. This is about knowing how to invest. And those on the YouTube, welcome in. How are you doing? Indicate where you're connecting from. And if you're you agree. Awesome. If there's anyone that doesn't agree, let me know. Because this thing is very important. It's about mindset shift. If your mindset is still, you don't know the reason why you should not save, right? You still think it just makes sense to save because, it is, there's protection, right? In investing, there's risk. When it comes to this bank account, there is zero risk, right? But when it comes to investing, there is the risk. If that is your mindset, I agree. I learned my lesson too. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, right? If you do not agree, guys, put it in the comment. I do not agree, so that we can educate you. We will put numbers to the pen. We'll put pen to paper. Don't make sense to save. Thank you so much. I love what I'm saying, right? Don't make sense. Chisholm, how are you doing? I've not seen you in a minute. What is going on? Is it that algorithm has not been sharing stuff, right? I don't know, because I've just seen some people that we've not seen in a couple of days. I just want to know, right? It's been a minute. Shizam and Twin, how are you doing? If you're new here, drop one in the comment section. And if you care to share, indicate where you're connecting from. If you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, and I help professionals turn their income into real wealth. So basically, what does this mean? Stop saving your money and start investing. I started investing. When I started investing, you knew fast is new. Welcome in. Click on that follow button. Let's welcome you in. Let's remember to get our daily at me. The thing about it is that if you're saving your money, you're not building wealth. Okay, you're not building wealth. And I'm going to show you quickly. Take a few minutes to quickly show you something called the rule of 72. Right? So you will understand when we are talking about investing, you will take it seriously more than ever, right? You will take it seriously more than ever. It tells you how long it takes your money to double. And I will show you, if you invest, it's going to take you this number of years. If you put it in savings account, it's going to take you this number of years. If you want to learn that, put that in the comment. You want to know how long it takes your 1,000 to become 2,000, right? How long it takes your 10,000 to become 20,000, or your 50,000 become 100,000. I'm going to show it to you with a simple calculation. Under 2 minutes, you'll be able to get it. Okay, that is what we're going. That's part of the things you're touching here. And if you're just meeting me, or you're new to this community, this is the $1 Million League, the League of Millionaires, people that are aspiring to become millionaires. And this is not get rich quick scheme. It's a League of Millionaires, people aspiring to become millionaires, and those that are already millionaires, right? That are trying to scale to become a millionaire. And that is what this community is all about, helping as many people to become, to gain that financial freedom. Financial freedom, because money is just a tool, right? Money is just a tool. Becoming financially free is the goal. Zeba, how are you doing? Welcome in. Make sure you click on that subscribe button if you have not done so. Welcome in. If you can also share where you're connecting from. Gerald, David, welcome in everyone. And you'll be sitting here 2 minutes. Click on that follow button. So financial freedom is the goal, and that is the reason this July only we're doing a financial freedom drive. July only, and I'll be showing up twice a day from the 1st of July, and this is going to end by the July 31st. This is education, that financial education that they never taught us in school. This is the education that people pay thousands of dollars to learn, but we're giving it for free, teaching you for free, because we're doing corporate social responsibility to enable as many people to gain financial freedom. Our ultimate goal is to reduce poverty. What do we mean by that? When people are financially educated, they become financially free. Okay? Kaylin, how are you? They become financially free. Mr. Godstein, welcome in. They become financially free. And when they become financially free, what's going to happen is going to reduce poverty. And with the reduction in poverty, what's going to happen is going to reduce crime. You will know crime, and crime the neighborhood with the highest crime has the highest level of poverty. Oh, are you teaching? Yes, I am teaching. And today we're teaching investing. Investing. How do you invest? How do you invest in ETF? How do you invest in stocks? Tomorrow we'll be teaching how to invest in real estate. This is about educating, and this is about empowering people, because what you do with your income really matters. That is what we're talking about here. Where you put your money, two things, right? Two things. Where you put your money, how you handle your money is number one thing, and where you put your money is number two. And before we go ahead, I'll quickly introduce myself, and introduce you to this community while we are tapping into 5,000 apps, and of course 50 shares. Let's focus on shares, guys. Let us share. If you are just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, and my day job is vice president of technology. I'm an economist, a chartered accountant. You love the math. Thank you so much. I'm a chartered accountant, and I'm also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. I'm able to teach as a college professor because I have my master's and my doctorate degree in strategic business and information management system. But even with a vice president income and a professor's income, right? A college, what are you teaching? We're teaching about investing in ETF, stock market, basically smart investing. That's what we are teaching. Smart investing. That is what we're teaching today. Okay. So even with that, vice president of technology income and also a professor income, right? I still did not gain financial freedom because I was saving my money in the bank. So it tells you the income is important as well as where you put your money. And until I stopped saving and I started investing, that is when I gained financial freedom, and that is when I got into this status. Now I'm teaching people the same thing because I have been in corporate world for close to 2 decades and I've been investing since that time. As a matter of fact, you can call me real estate queen because I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. So you want to learn how to invest in real estate, manage it, and all of that, then I'm your person. So we'll be teaching that tomorrow. Today is about smart investing. What is smart investing? That's what we're going to be teaching. But when I look at words, they are backwards. Yeah, sorry about that on the YouTube side. And we have Frank Madden, latest millionaire in town. So here within this community, this is called the $1 Million League of people that are saying that, you know what, I want to become a millionaire, right? Millionaires in dollars, in pounds sterling, of course, in euros, right? That is what I want to be. There might never be, I've been one in your family, right? And you want to be the trailblazer. You want to be the first to do that. This is where we do it, okay? Somebody literally just cost $500,000. This is not about get rich quick scheme. This is not about hypes. This is not MLM. This is about hard work, by the way. This is about hard work, delayed gratification, because we are moderate risk investor. Google who Warren Buffett is, and you would understand how we invest. So like I said, people that are already millionaires, that want to scale into multi-millionaires, and those that are aspiring to become a millionaire. It starts with your income, right? It's two things in this mix. Number one is what you do with your income. Your income, your expense will give you your wealth tool. This wealth tool, you put it in, if you put it in savings account, you're not going to build wealth. If you put it in investing, you are going to. That's how you gain financial freedom. And what is financial freedom? Financial freedom is ability to live life at your own terms, right? Not trading your time for money. Become work optional. That is basically financial freedom. Okay, so it is your wealth tool. Exactly. Life balance is absolutely right. It is your wealth tool, and I'm trying to get a hold of that. It is your wealth tool, right? Income minus expense. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. So if you're new here, but you would have to save to be rich to buy things. Okay, save in the account, okay? We don't save in the account. The problem is the accounts where you put your money. So where you put your money, it really matters. Where you put your money, if you save it in the bank, you're not building wealth. And I'm going to quickly show us that. And then we go straight into smart investing after. Smart investing, if you want to understand what smart investing is, draw smart investing. If you're sitting here 2 minutes, click on that follow button. So we do 5 or 6 things differently because this is not life. This is not a regular life. This is what is called a class, right? This is about teaching. This is not your regular life. So number one thing that I want to advise you, Minimas latest millionaire in town, welcome in. One of the things that will super fade, welcome in, I'm going to be teaching you is the thin line between saving your money, all right, for it not to grow, because if you're saving, you're not growing your money, and also investing without losing your money, all right, because in the stock market, there's the risk. So a smart investing is like the in between, like, you know, when you're trying to be like a balance, right, being in the balance, calculated, smart, okay. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Not in the savings account, not on the, that's what I'm going to be teaching you today, because we're on a 12 days challenge, and today is all about smart investing. That's what we're going to be teaching you today. So things, 5 to 6 things that we get to do for those that are new here. Like I say, I'm Dr. Lina, right? And this is the $1,000,000 League. Things that we do differently. Number one, you wait 1 to 2 minutes, right? Don't just click the follow button immediately. If you have been sitting 2 minutes, it looks like what you are looking for. You want to gain, you don't understand what stop saving is. You want to start investing, you don't know how. ETF, you don't know what that is. It's not eat the food. That's not what it is. Real estate, businesses, it sounds like what you are looking for. Or somebody like Warren Buffett, you heard that and that captured your attention. Financial freedom, right? Becoming a millionaire, right? Whatever, rule of 72, whatever that is, whatever captured your attention, if you're sitting here 2 minutes, click on that follow button, right? That's the first thing. Number two is that you tap out the live. We never start the live until we get to 5,000 taps. Why? Because you get to a point where people would say, people will join and they will say, oh, Dr. Lina, can you repeat yourself? Dr. Lina, can you replay? And I always say, Dr. Lina, this is not a recorded video. This is like, I can see Grace, I can see King right here. This is not pre-recorded. This is not AI. I am human, okay? So we always try to get everyone in. So help us tap out the live. That's the second thing. Click on the follow button if you're sitting here 2 minutes. 2 is tap out the live. 3 is share out the live. Press my forehead on the screen. Do you want to know something? Yeah, go ahead. Press my forehead on the screen and share, okay? Press my forehead on the screen and share. That's number 3. Number 4 is, and let's be doing that right now. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the screen. Tap out the, get your daily at me is number 4, right? Get your pen and paper. You inspire. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, SOS. Get your pen and paper, okay? And of course, it's going to be a two-way conversation, guys. I will ask you questions, you will answer. You will ask me questions, I will respond to you. All right? So again, what I said is, if you have been sitting here, let's try that. Let's practice that right now. You'll be sitting here 2 minutes, right? You'll be sitting here. You've been on this live. Click on that follow button. Then we'll welcome you into the $1,000,000 League. That's number 1. Number 2 is you get your daily at me, okay? Number 3 is you tap out the live non-stop. Number 4 is you share out the live. Press your forehead, my forehead on the screen. So if you have not got your daily at me, do them. Absolutely, absolutely. So share it. So tap out the live, share out the live, get your pen and paper, and of course, respond to me. So if you have not gotten your daily at me, get your daily at me now. If you have not clicked on the follow button, do that right now. And of course, let's share out the live. Repost help this live as well. If you can fill up the gift gallery, let us all do that. Wales, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. And you will see that every single person that click on that follow button and joins the community, okay? That we welcome them as millionaire. Why? Because there's power of life and death in the tongue, right? I'm a Jesus baby, and either you agree with me or not, there's a big man upstairs, okay? There's power of life and death in the tongue. So when we welcome you as a millionaire, there's something that we're telling heavens that, okay, this person is a candidate for that. That's number 1. Number 2 is that we ensure, right? You also need to lean forward to be educated, right? Lily Ever, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Number 2 is that you also lean forward to say that, okay, you know what? I want to get educated. I want to. That's why you click on that follow button and you're not just sitting here. Michelle J, welcome in. How are you? Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. Let's all get our daily at me if you have not done that. So yeah, how are you, friend? Hello, hello. Yeah, so make sure you click on the follow button. Let's welcome you in. And by the way, this is not get rich quick scheme. As a matter of fact, we're not about hypes, okay? We're not about hypes. You need to Google who Warren Buffett is. Number 3 is, this is about not, thank you so much for the Go Populist. This is not about get rich quick scheme. This is start with your income. So I'm going to tell you, and let's share out the live. Right now, we are still at 7 shares. Can we get it to about 50 shares? We did well with the 7.8 taps. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's all get our daily at me. If you've not gotten your daily at me, get your daily at me. You'll be sitting there 2 minutes, click on the follow button. So it's like this, right? So whenever you said you're a millionaire, for those that click on that follow button that I said you're a millionaire, this is your first assignment, right? This is your first assignment. It starts with your income, except you have a family inheritance or you want a jackpot, right? It's going to start with your income. And then instead of you, right, what society told us, What society, how long does it take to see real growth in ETF when it's an investment? Okay, it's an investment. Click on that follow button if you have not done so. Income, right? We're going to be teaching all of that today. That's what we're teaching today, right? So, income. So basically, if all that you do with this income is depreciating lifestyle liability, you just pay bills and you fund lifestyle, and that's where it ends, right? That's what you use your money to do. You are just working to pay bills. That's all what you are doing with your life. So it simply means you are working from age 20 to 65 to pay bills. That's not a good use of a life. That's the reality. And I say this with all lack of humility, because really, if this is what you do with your life, that's not the way to go. Unfortunately, that's what the society tells us. That's what the society tells us to do, right? Go to school and, of course, fund lifestyle and pay bills, right? And that's why people are working to age 65 and still not retiring and still going back to work. So what should you do instead is what? You invest, right? You invest. You spend some of that money on bills, some of it, ideally 50% to 60% on bills and lifestyle. Take 40 to 50%. The larger this is, the quicker your financial freedom, the quicker for you to get out of the rat race, right? The quicker for you to be able to build wealth. Now, this is what is called, this 40%, 50% that you see here that you are investing, that is what is called your wealth tool. Your wealth tool. So let's assume you are earning 300,000. You are a doctor, you are whatever. You are earning 300,000 and your DLL, depreciating lifestyle liability, is here, right? 299. You are poor, right? Because you have nothing to invest. Let's assume somebody is earning 80,000 and his lifestyle is 50,000. The DLL is 50,000 and has 30,000 and is investing. That person is building wealth. That person is going to gain financial freedom faster than the person with the high income. But let's assume that the high income is at 300,000 and then his living expenses is at 100,000, 150,000, and he has 150,000 to invest. Then that person is definitely going to be faster. So it tells you two things: this income, trying to push it up, and also keeping your expenses low, not allowing lifestyle creep, right? Which is what society tells us to do, to take over. Danish, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in, right? So it is very, very important. I always start with this and rule of 72 because this is very important. This is the foundation. If you miss this too, trust me, there's nothing I'm going to say about investing that's going to make sense. And today we are going to be teaching smart investing. So you would see me always start with this. So it means that what? You delay the gratification. DG, drop DG in the comment. You'll be sitting there 2 minutes, click on the follow button. Let's get our daily acne as well. You'll be sitting 2 minutes, click on the follow button. It looks like what you're looking for. Stop saving, start investing, ETF, real estate, right? And of course, what do you do with your income, right? The splits. Thank you so much, Twin. Thank you, Chisholm. Lily Eve, thank you so much, right? Because guess what? It is called, what is this, DG? Delayed gratification. Delay the gratification of today so that you can enjoy the benefits of your money, so that you can build the wealth tool. That wealth tool is going to now generate something called cash flow. It's going to give you some income. It's going to give you some growth. This is what that wealth tool, because if you don't have anything, right, you don't have anything to invest, there's nothing that is growing. If you don't have anything to invest, when we are talking about investing, you have nothing. Right? The larger the money you have. So let me give you an instance. In the past 5-7 years, we have Kendall, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you have been sitting there 2 minutes, guys, click on the follow button. Also, please note that Dr. Lina is not following you. If somebody is following you, that's not Dr. Lina, okay? And if they chat you up, we don't have a Telegram group, we don't have a WhatsApp group, and we don't talk about crypto. We only talk about, we are moderate risk investor. We follow compound interest calculation. We are we are medium to long-term investor. You need to Google Warren Buffett, and then you would understand. We build generational wealth. We have structures. We are not gamblers. Also, we are not speculators. We are investors. And stick around, you will understand the difference between these three people, because you can be in the stock market, you are an investor. We have three categories. There's a speculator, those that speculated that what's it called, SpaceX is going to become the next biggest thing. Grace Faith, welcome in, the latest millionaire in town. right? Some people thought, oh, you know what, is the next Bitcoin, but the data prove otherwise. Everything you see on paper looks wrong, but then you still said, you know what, and then there's the other ones that are the gamblers are the ones that like, okay, everybody is buying SpaceX. Okay, why are you buying? Because everybody is buying. They are buying the hypes, right? They bought GameStop. They bought AMC. They bought, all of those BlackBerry, right? They are just gambling, right? They do options trading. They don't know what they're doing, right? Those are another group. Then we have the investors, because it is based on data, right? It's the foundation is based on data, and that's the category that we fall in. So we don't do things around crypto, we don't do URL, we don't do all of those things that might have to be controversial. All right, so if this looks like what you're looking for, solid investment, building generational wealth, click on that follow button. Let's welcome you. What do we have after investing? What do we have after investing? That will be investing again. All right. What do we have after investing? That is investing as well. Today we're talking about ETF investing, right? Smart investing is what we're going to be talking about today. And tomorrow is going to be real estate investing. Okay. All right. Smart investing is today. Tomorrow is real estate investing. So there are different types of investing. I just taught you something. Investing and different types of investing. Okay. All right. So make sure if you're sitting there 2 minutes, click on that follow button. Anyone sitting there, you've been here 2 minutes, click on the follow button, guys. Let's welcome you in. And if you have not gotten your daily at me, let's get our daily at me, guys. Only 2 people have gotten their daily at me. Daily at me helps this life. It helps you as well. It costs you 1 penny. You don't know how to click on the follow button. There's a plus sign in front of your name. Click on that plus sign. Let's welcome you into the $1 Million League. You are a millionaire, right? You want to become one. Then come and register yourself right here. Stop sitting on the window. Come on the red carpet so that we can welcome you as royalty that you are. Get your daily at me as well. If you have not gotten your daily at me, let's keep tapping out the live. Let's share out the live. Now we're talking about what's it called? Income, right? Your income, you put some of it towards the bills, your lifestyle, and all of that. But then you put some of it in investing, because that is your wealth too. Okay, and this investment is going to start giving you different things. So whenever we talk about investing, a lot of people just think, oh, investing is just the stock market. Investing is just the stock market. Investing is just the stock market. Remember, I just talked about your income here, your expense here. The difference here is your wealth too, right? A lot of times people's income is here, expense is here. And that's why a lot of people remain on paycheck to paycheck. That's why they are financially stressed. That's why they are not getting financial freedom or even an headway in life. But basically, let your income be here. Let your expense be here, right? When you see that gap, you take it. And that is what is called the wealth tool. You see, this is what that's the part they did not teach us in school. Wealth tool. When you have this, first thing is that they did not teach you what the wealth tool is. Your wealth tool is income minus your basic your expenses. Income minus your expenses is your wealth tool, right? Now, so it means that if you do not have anything left, if it's after your income, you cannot have a wealth tool. So let's understand that. And once you understand that, if you understand that and you agree with that, put yes in the comment. Or I understand that. Your income minus your expense is your wealth tool. Put it in the comment. If you don't have a wealth tool, then there is nothing. Put wealth tool in the comment, right? Wealth tool in the comment. Income minus expense is your wealth tool. So if you have nothing left after your investment, you do not have a wealth tool. You don't have anything to get started. So we are talking about investing. You don't have any business there. You don't have any business. You can as well scroll past. So the first thing is that you need to fix that income and get your expense low and make sure that wealth tool. Thank you so much. Remember, it's a two-way thing. And as a matter of fact, we need to quickly reset this live. If you're sitting here, please click on the follow button. The thing about it is that we value you, okay? There's something called time wealth, right? It's okay for you to scroll, wait 2 minutes, it looks like what you're looking for, right? Click on that follow button. Otherwise, if it's not something that you're looking for, it's just okay for you to scroll. But if you're going to be here, you're doing this community a disservice by sitting here, not clicking on the follow button, not commenting, not getting your daily at me, because we are on a journey of helping as many people to gain financial freedom, giving them financial education for free this July 1st through July 31st. We are doing a financial freedom challenge, financial freedom drive to help as many people to gain have financial education that they need to gain financial freedom. So if you're sitting here 2 minutes, click on the follow button, tap out the live, share out the live, get your daily at me, and get your daily at me. Otherwise, it's also okay if it's not for you. This is not for everybody. If your own is you don't want to gain financial freedom, it's okay with a paycheck to paycheck. You don't want to become a millionaire, it's okay for you to scroll. But if you're going to be here, please, you're doing this community a disservice just being here. This is about quality over quantity. Adenike and Chris, the latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you have been sitting here 2 minutes, click on the follow button. You'll be sitting here 2 minutes, otherwise it's okay for you to scroll. We value your time. I do it when I go to a live. Under 2 minutes, I know that this is what I'm looking for. If it's not what I'm looking for, I click, I scroll past and I go, right? Get your daily at me as well. Let's all get our daily at me. Thank you so much. Let's do that. You're doing us a disservice just sitting here, not doing anything, not tapping out the live, not sharing out the live, not just sitting here and taking all this information in. All right. Miss Mary, latest millionaire in town. Doré, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. I know we are moving fast, so I know we are really moving fast, and you might have been carried away. Click on the follow button. Let's also get our daily at me. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Otherwise, it's also okay for you to scroll. We're talking about smart investing today. Repost as well. Thank you so much for doing that. We do all these things in things that does not have value to us, like a follow to follow, all of the gossip groups. We do all of that in those lives. So please, when you get to educate, because we are here this is not about entertainment. This is about being educational. This is an educative life, all right, and also empowering, okay? Not the one that you'll be sleeping and you are here. If you're going to be sleeping, please, okay to scroll past, okay? Thank you so much. Pete Guy, thank you so much. Cynthia, thank you so much. Tall girls, thank you so much. Closer, welcome in. Tall girl, welcome in. Right. So we are very intentional here because we are serious-minded people. To become a millionaire in 10 years in dollars, it is not a joke, okay? So let us get a daily at me, right? And let's tap it out to 20,000 tabs. 20,000 tabs. Get your daily at me. How do you get your daily at me? It's right here. It costs you 1 penny, but you get 30 points back. And also, if you'll be sitting here, as a matter of fact, very soon the mods are going to come in. If you're not, if your character or your behavior looks like that of a scammer or a BOT, whereby you don't comment, you don't click on the follow button, you don't chat, you don't do anything, they would start blocking, okay? They will start blocking, but that's why I want you to be aware. Also, please note that we do not have WhatsApp group. We do not have a Telegram group. If somebody chats, you know it's a scammer. So click on the follow button now if you have not done that and you are sitting here. It's okay to scroll. You are always welcome the next time, but don't just sit here and because that's the only language the algorithm understand, such that they have more people that really value this life. Push them right here versus you just sitting here without doing anything. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate all of you. Awesome. And we have 132 people here. 133 people right now. Prince, latest millionaire in town. 133 people. Thank you so much getting that daily at me. 133 people will take quality over quantity. Even if it's just 50 people that is able to get to the $1 million status, is able to gain financial freedom, that is fine. Versus we having about 120 people and 20 of them, only 20 people is really, really interested in here, okay? So we want the solid people to be here. So if you're here, please be here with your 2 legs and your 2 hands. Be all ready. Get your pen and paper. Share out the live. Click on the follow button. Otherwise, please scroll and go to another live. All right. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that because I show here 2 times a day for 31 days. Okay. And of course, I still have my vice president job to attend to, executive job. And at the same time, I'm still a professor. I still manage double-digit real estate portfolio. So I value your time and also value my time as well. Thank you so much. So get your daily admin, tap out the like, share out the like, click on the follow button. It's not right. It's about valuing your time, both times. All right. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate Vima Flow, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Thank you so much for the repost. So what we're saying is that your wealth is income minus your expense. Wealth is income minus your expense. That is your wealth. What is this wealth? This wealth is going to that's what you use for investing. All right. If this wealth, you can put your wealth in two things. You can either invest it or you can either save it. Right? When you invest it, when you save it, when you save it, you are going to get, it means that you are putting it in a savings account, period. That's why we say stop saving. When you put your wealth to income minus expense, when you put it in savings, which is what a lot of us do, you are going to get, if you can, share the interest that you get from your bank, traditional bank. I'm not talking traditional bank, IU savings account. If it's IU savings account, put it in the comment. IU savings account, put the interest. Traditional bank, put what you're getting. Mark my famous on the red carpet of $1 Million League, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Anthony, latest millionaire. Welcome in. So savings, if you have a traditional savings account, what interest do you get from it? If you have an IU savings account, what interest do you get? Guys, drop it in the comment. Remember, it's a two-way conversation. Anika, latest millionaire in town. What interest do you get from your savings account? Let's move quick so that we can start to talk about smart investing. But you need to understand the foundation to be able to start investing, to smartly invest, right? What interest do you get from your savings account? I bank with Chase, right? I am in Texas in United States. I bank with Chase. I bank with Bank of America. All those banks, and this is not about the United States, in your own country as well. What interest do you get, right? If you like with a SoFi, which is an IU savings account, you get about 4 to 5%, right? Drop it in the comment, guys. It's a two-way conversation. 1,000 packs, welcome in. It's MC, welcome in, right? It's a two-way conversation. If we have to remember, I'm a professor, so that's how I can teach. And the quicker we respond, the better. What interest do you get from your savings account? Traditional savings account, high yield savings account? Drop it in the comment, guys. You only have, what is the interest? What interest, Bree? Bree, what interest are you getting from your bank? Yeah, what interest? Remember to click on the follow button, Bree, if you have not done so. Remember to click on that follow button. CD is about 3.75. 3.75, yeah. All right. 0.25. Okay, thank you so much. 0.01. All right, thank you so much. So I like that. So we have, let me take what Anika has said. Anika says, or let's say Twin. Twin says 0.25. And then let's take Anika IU savings account, 3.7. 3.7. All right. 3.7. Welcome in, everyone. If you're sitting here 2 minutes, click on that follow button. Click on the follow button. Welcome in. Thank you so much. I really like it when we all engage. Tap out the live. Let's get it to. Can we get it to 20,000 taps? Let's also share. You guys are absolutely amazing. We have 143 people in this live right now. Yeah, now 144. If you are just joining, click on that follow button. 145 people, click on the follow button. You were sitting here 2 minutes. It looks like what you are looking for: financial freedom, millionaire started investing. We're talking about smart investing right now. Click on that follow button. Don't just sit here. Click on the follow button. Tap out the like, share out the live. Get your daily at me. As a matter of fact, only 3 people of 4 have gotten their daily at me today. Let's get our daily at me's, please. Let's get our daily at me. Go popular to help this life. Fill up the gift gallery. So 3.7%. And of course, 0.25%. So whenever somebody asked about savings earlier, right? Somebody asked about savings. There's something called the rule of 72. Rule of 72. Let's assume that you have $1,000 and you want it to become $2,000. You want to know how quickly it's going to take that money to double, right? You want to know how quickly it's going to take the money to double. Because the next question everybody will say is that, what is the rule of 72? Origin, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Right? How to double your money, that is the rule of 72. It's just you asking me, Dr. Lina, how did law of physics come about? It is about compounding, right? Whereby you can easily calculate it and see, oh, this is about this is how quickly your money is going to double from 1,000 to 2,000. So based on what my friend Olaped, latest millionaire in town, welcome in, and every other person that click on that follow button, welcome to the $1 Million League, the community of millionaires, those aspiring to become millionaires in dollars, and those that are already millionaires trying to scale into becoming multi-millionaires. And we are talking about smart investing this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Welcome in, everyone. Click on that follow button. Welcome in. If you have not done so, welcome in. Click on that follow button. Awesome. So we have 0.25, and of course we have 3.7. So how do we determine how long it's going to take this 1,000 to 2,000? Remember, your wealth tool is your income minus your expense, right? Wealth tool is my income minus your expense. So if you don't have anything left, there's nothing to even invest. There's no 1K anywhere that's becoming 2K, right? There's no 1K that's becoming $2,000, right? Because there's nothing left after your income. You've used it on expenses and bills and lifestyle, right? So you want to make sure you have something left as a wealth tool. That is where this 1,000 is coming, 100,000 or 50,000 is going to come from, right? Now, let's now say, remember I said two things. It is what you have left on that income. That's number one. To build this wealth, becoming a millionaire financial is what you have left after your bills and all of that. What you are able to build. The second leg of this is where you put your money. Where is what we are talking about right now. So, like my friend Anika and Twin, they had said that they put in the traditional bank account they have. This is traditional saving. They get 0.25 every single year. Anika on the others and says, because she has an IU savings account, right? IU savings account, just a traditional bank account as well, but giving him or her 3.7%. So take 72, rule of 72 is 72 divided by this interest rate. 72 divided by 3.7, 72 divided by 0.25 will give you the answer how long it's going to take Anika and Twin to double their money. So Twin, 72 divided by 0.25, what is the answer? 72 divided by 0.25. Learning English, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Welcome in. 72 divided by 0.25. We want to know the number of years it's going to take. Cash Money Dollars, latest millionaire in town. I love that name. Right? 72 divided by 0.25. Somebody give us the answer. 288. By the way, this is not money. This is 288 years. That is years. That is how long it's going to take this 1,000 to become 2,000. So when you have money in the bank, Bennett, Tonya, right? Twin, right? God's word. Whenever you put money in the bank and the bank gives you 0.25%, 0.25%, 72 divided by 0.25 is 288 years. That's how long it's going to take this 1,000 to become 2,000. It's not me, guys. It's the rule of 72. That's it. 72 divided by the interest rate, that's it. So whenever you put your money in the savings account, that's what you are signing up for. It's okay for my money to double in 288 years. That's not that's generational loss, Royal Ferrari. Generational loss. That is generational loss. How do you think how do you think the millionaires, the banks, how come you think that they are declaring millions of dollars every single year? It's because they are trading with your money. Yeah, I know you were joking. Of course, I just wanted to make it very clear as well. Generational loss, 288 years. It means that for your 1,000, this could be 100,000. For it to become 200,000, it could be 70,000 to become 140,000. It's going to, in your entire lifetime, when you put it in the bank, getting 0.2%, you are not going to double your money in your entire lifetime. So it tells you something where you put your wealth to, which is this your income, really matters. Tori BB, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. If you have been sitting here 2 minutes, click on the follow button. You have been sitting here, this looks like what you are looking for. Click on that follow button. Let's welcome you. This is the $1 Million League. So good to have each and every one of you. So whenever we talk about becoming a millionaire, please, how can somebody that puts his money and it's not the money is not going to double in 288 years? How is that possible that that person can build wealth? How is it possible for the person to even become financially free? So this in itself is dead on arrival. This is in itself is how I can talk to you, please. Thank you. For you to talk to me, if you want a one-on-one, I mean, you can talk to me here right now, or you can send me a DM. Otherwise, if you want a consultation, one-on-one consultation on Zoom, you will find the link in the bio. We have one-on-one, I have mentorship program as well, right? If you want something that is personal, right, click, you would find the link in my bio. All right, I would also show it after this live. So it tells you something where you put your money really matters, right? Now let's do the other one. My friend Anvi or Anyi, 3.7%. So you're very excited because you get 3.7. So far it's giving you $400, but also you get 4% every single year, right? Or Capital One is giving you 3%, and in your own country you get some very good interest, right? You get some very good interest. Take 72 divided by 3.7. That is what Anyi was getting, 3.7%. This is the rule of 72. How long it takes your money to double? 19 years. Thank you so much. Bene, 19 years and 5 months. If that is good for you, thank you so 29 years. Guys, I'm confused. Is it 19 years or is it 19 years, 5 months or 29? 29 years. Okay, it's 29 years. 29 years. Is it 29 years? Which is the answer? But either 19 years or 29 years. Who is comfortable with doubling his money, right? Who is comfortable with doubling in money to 29 years and 5 months? Who is comfortable? If that is good for you, if that is good for you, please let me know. 20 years or 29 years. Just you have $1,000. To double it to 2,000, to bring your 1,000 to 2,000. If that is good for you, please put it in the comment section. Labelle said, hell no. Hell no. If it's good, put yes. If it's not good, he said never. Anika, but that's it. That's what you signed up for. You're excited about the IU savings account. That is what you signed up for. So whenever I tell you, right, it's going to slow you down where you put your money. So IU savings account, hell no, never, right? The way you put your money really matters. You see this wealth tool, if you don't have the wealth tool, number one problem, you don't have anything left after your income. Your income is only on lifestyle and bills. There is nothing left. Then there is no 1K to even turn to 2,000, either in 5 years or 500 years, right? But if you add the wealth tool and you put it in a savings account, it's going to take you 288 years to double that much. Generational costs. Welcome in everyone. This is the rule of 72. If I put the same number right now that I just showed you, if I put it on compound interest calculator, this is you want to do compound interest calculator. This is the Security Exchange Commission, the United States Security compound interest calculator. If I put the same number, you will get about the same thing. And let's quickly do it. So let's quickly do it. 3.7%, right? Or let's do the 0.25. 0.25, your initial investment is what? Is 1,000. Let's see how quickly this 1,000 is going to become monthly contribution 0. And then let's put 288 years. Because we are working it backwards. 0.25. And it compounds every single. Yeah, it cannot even do. It can't even do. The calculator is saying it's too long. It's not even doing that. Even at 100 years, see, at 100 years, let me show you. Can you see this? Your interest, you put $1,000 in initial investment. Your length time of years is what? 100 years. So you put 1,000 for 100 years. Thank you for the power of education, information, knowledge. Helps people Stop slaving. Really, this is daylight slaving because we should teach this in school. I have a question about annuity. Go, Mrs. HQM, welcome in. Amina, you see the Mrs. HQM and Amina, latest millionaire in town, welcome in to the $1,000,000. So we have $1,000, right? $1,000, just the same thing you have on the board. We want to know how long it's going to take it to become 2,000, right? That's it. 1,000 to become 2,000. You'll be sitting here 2 minutes, guys. Click on the follow button. We are talking about smart investing. But first of all, I'm showing you the rule of 72. How long is it going to take 1,000? How many years is it going to take 1,000 to become 2,000? Right? VOOSPY. That is S&P 500. That's what we're going to be teaching, right? Very soon, because now we're going to be talking on the investment side. So yeah, 1,000 to become 2,000. That's what we're going to be talking about, right? And we said 288 years. If your interest, you put it in a savings account, give you 0.25. So I'm now doing it. Remember, this is just a manual way. You don't have a calculator. You don't have anything. I'm just now showing you on the compound interest calculator. Remember, that is the manual way of doing compound interest calculation, right? Little genius, welcome in, latest millionaire in town. Did you advise 401k, Roth IRA, or real estate? Absolutely everything. Absolutely everything, Tonya. Say no to savings indeed, right? Absolutely everything, Tonya. Okay, everything I talked about is everything, right? It's not either or, right? Everything you just said, you gotta do it, all right? Every single thing. All right, so this is the compound interest, so that you see. Can you see where it's coming from? U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. That's investors.gov. But it is the compound interest calculator. So this is like a U.S. Security Exchange website, right? Compound interest calculator. So remember, this is 1,000 that we are talking about. That's 1,000 here, right? The investor calculator cannot even do 288 years. It cannot. It says 100 years. Let's see. Apart from us, which we are here. We're here. That's what we are talking about. That's what we are talking about. You have to stick around. Click on that follow button, guys. If you have not clicked on the follow button, we have 144 people here. Can we all tap it out to 30,000? Get your daily admin if you have not gotten your daily admin. Click on the follow button, please. You're doing this community a disservice if you don't click on the follow button. You don't tap out the live. You don't get your daily admin. You don't share out the live. We're trying to reach as many people. A 31 days financial freedom drive, and we're teaching it freely. People pay thousands of dollars to learn this, but you're learning it for free, right? So the only thing you can do is click on that follow button, tap out the live, share out the live, okay? It looks like what you're looking for. You're doing us a disservice, sitting down here, not doing anything, not clicking on the follow button, not sharing out the live, not tapping out the live, not doing nothing. It's okay for you to scroll. This is not for everybody, okay? But if you want to gain financial freedom, you want to build wealth, just do. Let's click on that follow button. And by the way, I'm showing up twice this month. Thank you all that click on that follow button. Money Crown, Chacha, any other person that I missed. Fear not, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in, guide down. Thank you so much. Everyone doing what they're supposed to do. Really appreciate that. If you are still seated here, please click on the follow button. You're doing this community a disservice, because that's the only language the algorithm understands. It shows that you can't just be taking everything in, you value it, you love it, you are learning, but you're just seated here. You did not click on the follow button, you don't tap out the live, you don't get your daily admin, you don't share out the live, you don't do nothing, right? Please click on the follow button, and of course get your daily admin as well. Thank you so much, Christopher, and of course NK daughter, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Let's all do what we're supposed to do. Thank you so much. Go Populars help this live as well, right? So this is security. Thank you so much getting that daily admin. Awesome. Let's fill up the gift gallery. Appreciate that. All right. Thank you so much. Awesome. Please do not, and we only have one teacher here, okay? Because the thing about it, we have beginner investors. Kedua, thank you so much. We have one. Whenever we get to that stage, we're going to be teaching, okay? Right? We're going to be teaching, right? because we have some beginner investors. Some people will literally just take that and run with it without having an understanding of what it is. Okay, thank you so much. All right, when we get that, you can always provide recommendation. But if somebody doesn't know what investing is, he doesn't even know why he's investing, the person just picks this and start running with it, and then something happens, he doesn't know when to get out of it, then oh, it was, yeah, please, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Some people don't even know whatever you type there, they don't even know what it is. Okay, so initial investment. Bree, thank you so much for the, all right, Soto B, welcome in, and everyone clicking on that follow button, doing all they're supposed to do. Let's share out the life as well. Thank you all doing that, helping this community reach more people, helping us to reduce poverty, helping us to reduce crime through financial education and financial literacy. So 1,000, yeah, $1,000, right? This is what we have here, trying to get it to $2,000. $1,000 monthly contribution. Okay, there's no monthly contribution. We are saying the length of years is 100 years, right? Because that's the highest the app can take. Now the interest is, estimated interest rate is 0.25, which is what you're getting, which my friend, was it Twin was, that's the interest she gets from our bank. So if your savings account is about 0.2%, Laundry latest millionaire in town, welcome in, is 0.25, right? 0.25 is what you get. That's what you see right here. And those on the YouTube, sorry, we can't change the screen on the other side, okay? Sorry about that, but this is the compound interest calculator. You can open it, okay? Investors.gov, and that's the Security Exchange Commission website, right? The US security compound interest calculator. So you can just follow what I'm saying if you have another gadget. Gerard Peck, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. So see, this is 1,000, length of years, 100 years. So let's say you put $1,000 for 100 years. The return that you, because the bank, you put it in a bank, is giving you 0.25. Interestingly, my own bank even give me less than that, 0.01. Chase gives me 0.01. Bank of America gives me 0.01. All right? So 0.25, okay? Interest variance is 0, and it compounds annually because that's what the bank gives you annually. Let's calculate. I click on calculate. After 100 years, guys, 100 years. After 100 years, what is the number that you see there? Did it turn to 2,000? After 100 years, 100 years. So it means that the day you were giving birth to, if your parents put $1,000 in the bank account, this is what is going to be in that account after 100 years. $1,200. It's not 1,000, it's $1,200. Exactly. So it tells you something, and that's why I want everybody to understand this foundation. So you will aggressively, when I tell you invest, you would invest 1 million times because you will say there's no going back. That's it. But this is the number. I mean, J Blue, latest millionaire in town. But this is exactly what you're seeing. And look at, let me show you the graph. You contributed what? Can you see what you contributed? $1,000. And after 100 years, 1,200. So you got a profit of 282,000, 2,282, not $282, $200 after 100 years. So guys, and this is not adjusted to inflation. Adjusted to inflation, this money will be $0. Because inflation is at 4.2, if you adjust it to 4.2 adjusted, which is inflation, for 100 years, you will have $0 here. So whenever we are talking about stop saving, guys, stop saving. Can you put it in the comment section? Stop saving. Now let's do the other one, 3.7%, because you like CD. You like treasury bill, you like CD, you like treasury bill, you like IU savings account because it's safe and whatever, protection. Guys, put some, Aisha, how are you? I've not seen you for some time, right? So 1,000, we are going to change this interest from 3.7 to, from 0.25 to 3.7. Stop feeding the bank. Exactly. How do you think that they are getting their money? How do you think they are declaring 3.7 million, they're declaring billions every single year? Welcome in. Thank you so much. Can we all tap it out to 30,000? Let's all tap it out to 30,000. Let's share out the live. Let's get our daily at me. If you have not gotten your daily at me, sitting here 2 minutes, click on the follow button. Thank you all for clicking on the follow button. Click on the connect sign. Please note that we don't have Telegram group, we don't have WhatsApp group, we don't do crypto, okay? We don't do crypto. We don't do any of those things. Google who Warren Buffett is so that you understand how we invest. We are long-term investors. We are investors, not speculators, not gamblers, right? This is not about get rich quick scheme because we're going to be getting into investing shortly. So if you have been sitting here 2 minutes, you're doing us a disservice. If you don't click on that follow button and you're just sitting here, you don't tap out the live, you don't do anything, you're doing this community a disservice. Get your daily admin, share out the live, tap out the live, click on the follow button. No Ponzi, no MLM. Thank you so much. No Ponzi, no LMN. This one is generational wealth. This is about something you can teach your children, right? We're going to get into it. What is the best? What is the best what? What is the best? Are you talking about Ponzi? Is it better? Right? Yeah, click on that follow button if you have not, okay? You are doing us a disservice if you're just sitting here not doing anything. That's the only language you already understand because it shows if you find value, you think it's something you're looking for, yeah? Click on the follow button, tap out the like, share out the like, get your daily at me, okay? Thank you all for doing that. Thank you all for doing that. Otherwise, it's also okay for you to scroll, okay? Thank you so much. We value your time. We also value our time. This is about financial freedom drive that we are doing all of this July, helping as many people to become financially free through financial education so that we can reduce poverty and also reduce crime. Poverty and crime, they're the same. We are waiting for the best. But trust me, this is actually the best, okay? This is actually the best because it is about the mindset shift because you never knew before that it's going to take you 1,000 to 100 years, right? What is IU savings account to use instead? IU savings account is just a regular, it's not different from the other one. It's just that it gives you a better interest. IU savings account, Google best IU savings account in July 2026. Put your country behind it. In the United States, SoFi, Capital One, and all of that, they give you about 3 to 5%. That's just the only difference. But you only put your emergency fund in that account. So 0.25. Right? We're going to change that to 3.7 because our friend Anyi said it gets 3.7%, right? 3.7 is the rate that it gets from savings account, high yield savings account. So let's do this. Still the same 100 years, still the same 1,000. Let's calculate and see. It's compounding annually. Can you see that? And then put the calculate. Let's see the result. So it's going to, your 1,000 is going to become 37,000. Let me make sure that I did not. It's going to become $37,000 after 100 years. $37,000. That's what your 1,000 is going to be if you leave it in an IU savings account. Can you see the difference, guys? Just the same account. It's just that you put you put the money in one account. It gives you 3.7. One gives you 3.7%. You only get $200. $200. $1,200 is what you get. If you do the same thing and you get 3.7%, your money it becomes $37,000 after 10 years. I mean, after 100 years. 100 years. So if you give birth to a child, the day you give birth to a child, you put the $1,000 there, right? $37 is going to become $37 after 100 years, assuming the child stays up to 100 years alive. But guess when you adjust it to inflation, that's going to be like $300 for 100 years. All right? Yeah. So your return on that investment in 100 years is 36,000. All right? So is this a good investment? Put yes or no in the comment. Put yes or no in the comment. Is this a good investment? Put yes or no in the comment. Is this a good investment? Is a good investment? 100 years, great part. Not bad. Okay, 100 years. 100 years. So you put 1,000 for 100 years, right? It can be better. Okay. Thank you. 100 years. Yes, but there is a better, I'm sure. Okay. No, you don't have to be sorry. You don't have to be sorry. That's why we're here. No, no, no. You don't have to be sorry. I mean, it might be good in your side, but it's not good for me. Right? But guess what? The only money you put in this account is a scam. Right? That is right. The only money that you put in this account is your emergency fund. That's why you put only this money in that account. Your money that you put in an IU savings account, it is just for emergency. Emergency only, period. 3 to 6 months of living expenses. That's all you put in an IU savings account because it is only for protection and not for growth. Now, what can be better? What can be better? It is something called investing. Okay? It is something called investing. So it tells you something. The higher the return on your investment, the higher the return on your money, the higher your return, the higher the interest or return on your money, the higher the quicker you get financially free, the quicker you get to this millionaire status, right? So let's now do another thing. The same 1,000. The same 1,000. Let's now assume that you're getting a 10%. Remember, it's 3.7. Let's do a 10%. Let's do a 10% and see what is going to be the same. Everything's still the same thing, constant. Nothing has changed. $1,000, 100 years, and of course at 10%. Let's see, and it's still compounding annually. If you want to see what that is, let me know. At 10%, you want to put, I want to know. You want to know what that is. At 10%, remember we did 3.7. Remember we did 0.25. 0.25 was what? $2,200 is what you got. Then it gets better to 36,000 is the return. If you want to know at 10%, right? You are interested. Who else wants to know? If you have been sitting here 2 minutes, click on that follow button and let's tap out the live. Can we get it to 35,000 or let's get it to 30,000 taps, and also let's get it to 100 shares. Let's get it to 30. If you want to know how long, how quickly, if it is at 10%, what is going to be that number? Right? What is going to be? Thank you so much for getting your Go Populist. Thank you so much. If you want to know how long, how much is going to be at 10%, put it in the comments. Just put I want to know. Remember, it's a two-way conversation. We will not move, right? And as a matter of fact, let's reset the live. If you'll be sitting there 2 minutes, click on that follow button. Or yours is, stop saving, start investing, right? ETF, real estate, businesses, financial freedom. You don't believe that you can ever get to becoming a millionaire. Or smart investing, right? Or the rule of 72. Click on that follow button. Let's click on the follow button. Be sitting here 2 minutes. It looks like what you're looking for. Click on the follow button. You want to learn about ETF, right? 10% in 100 years. And if you're sitting here, please stop doing that. It's a disservice, right? Click on the follow button. Share out the live. Let's get it to 30,000 taps. Don't just sit, guys. Let us tap out the live. Get your daily at me. Do something. Click on the follow button. Please don't just sit here. The only language the algorithm understand is you doing something, right? Doing something. Stop acting like a robot. Stop acting like a BOT. Stop acting like who? Like the scammers. The scammers will not click on the follow button. They will not chat. They will not do daily at me. They won't do any of those things. So we want to make sure that we have solid people, real human here. So click on the follow button. You'll be sitting there for 2 minutes. So you'll be sitting here for 2 minutes. Vina Love, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, don't just sit here. Click on the follow button. So let's do the 10 years. Let's do the 10%. Let's click on calculate. The numbers are still the same. Who is ready to see that? Who is ready to see that? And you will see the life changer. This is the life changer. That is what? 13 million. 13 million. Soto, whatever. Soto 4. Yeah, it's okay. You have to be patient. If you cannot, it's okay to also scroll, okay? Right? This is our teaching and our learning style within this community. Thank you so much. 100 years at 10%. 100 years at 10%. Remember what we saw earlier. At 10%, at 3.7%, 37,000. The same number, but now at 10%, the same, everything remained constant, but we just moved it from 3.7% to 10%. Can you see the difference? Guys, did you notice something? Can you see that everything remained flat until year 42? And then guess what? Can you see the gap that happened? That is what is called the power of compounding. That is why they call it the eighth wonder of the world. The eighth wonder of the world. Right? Year 1, it might not look like anything. Year 5, it might not look like anything. And then I tell you, I experienced it and it was life-changing for me. I had about 3 million in another currency. I wish it was in dollars. I wish it was in dollars, but it was not in dollars. It was in another country, in another currency. It was about 3 million something. And then after like few years, guess what? The money was what? It was $40 million. I mean, 40 million. 40 million. All my money that was there was 3 million and some change. At some point I was going there. I said, is it that somebody was making mistake putting money? No, it's because what is doing the heavy lifting is the time and of course the interest. The time in the market, the time and the interest is what is doing the heavy lifting. So that is where you put your money really matters. Okay, where you put your money. So if you put your money in investing, that is how you gain financial freedom. If you put your money, you become a millionaire, right? It is when you put you see how two people, these are the 3 different people now. 3 different people. We just showed 3 different scenarios. The same thing, they all had $1,000. One person ended up with $200 interest or $288 in $200 or $288 interest. The other person has how much? Has the same thing, another 37,000, 36,000 was what it got after 100 years. And one person is that 13 million. So it tells you something. It is not really about how much you put in there. It's a function of just start. Okay? Just start. Put it in the comment. Just start. Put it in the comment. Just start. Let's keep tapping out the live. If you have been sitting, just start investing today. It's not about how much. Just start investing today. Just start investing. Can you see the difference? Now it's the same 1,000 in the same account, the same 1,000. The only thing is that the interest is what is different. It is not the amount matters later. It makes it quicker, but it's about you just starting, because this 100 years and putting it in the right place, start investing in the right place. That is what gets you there. And that's why we can guarantee and tell you, you're going to become a millionaire. That's why we say that, right? Thank you so much for getting that. If you'll be sitting there 2 minutes, click on that follow button. You'll be sitting there, click on the follow button. Thank you so much. So where do we invest? What is the right place? That's what we're talking about. So the right place is what? Investing, not savings. Emergency fund is the only thing that goes into your savings account. Emergency fund is the only thing that goes into IU savings account. The other money goes into investing. So let's now go into investing. Now, do we all agree? If you agree, put I agree. You agree that we've canceled in savings accounts. We focus on investing now, right? If you agree, put agree in the comment section. I agree, put agree in the comment section. Exactly. Welcome in, everyone. If you have been sitting there 2 minutes, click on the follow button. Now, let's now go into investing. Investing. One of the things I want to tell you is that there is, whenever it comes to investing, there is the risk and there is the return. Risk and return. I'm not one of those coaches that will tell you, oh, you know what? Just put your money there. There's no risk. It's guaranteed. There is the risk. All right? Now, there is the risk and the return. The higher the risk, the higher the return. Okay? If your risk is this high, the return chances of your so it's just almost like this. Let's say you put the risk is about your height. I agree, but what percentage of capital is enough when investing? What percentage of capital? You can start with $1. We can start with $1, and whenever we're talking about investing right now, we're talking about investing in the stock market. This is what there are different types of investing. If you are talking about business investing, that's a different. We're going to talk about that another day. Tomorrow we're talking about real estate investing. Today is about the stock market investing, okay? Now, whenever we talk about the risk and the return, the higher the risk, the higher the return. It's just about height. If you are on this height, your height, somebody that is doing skydiving, if the person falls, and never use the parachute, what's going to happen? Is death on arrival, right? If somebody is here, right, and the person falls, to be paid monthly, this is not to be paid, we're not paying anything monthly, you're the one investing. What is the volatility rate before we embark on it? What is the volatility rate? What is it? Yeah, that is the risk and the return, right? That is the risk and the return. All right, because when you're talking about volatility, you're talking about how quickly, what is it going. So that's it. All right, and that's where we're getting into right now. So you need to understand that what is the risk? The higher the risk, the higher the return. So you can get 100% return. Okay, 100% return, you can get that. However, that's the same way you can lose all of your money, aka MLM, aka what's all those things? Get rich quick scheme, aka people should slow down and follow. Thank you so much. Right? Aka you can actually get 100% on your money in one day, but that is also, aka ready to lose your money in one day. All right, but we don't talk about that. All right, we do not talk about that. Here we are focused on aka wealth solutions. Also drop it in the comment section, whatever that is, where you have lost money, right? Get rich quick scheme. We don't do that here, because here we are doing what? We are not high risk investors, right? We are not high risk investors, we are moderate risk investors. So the return might not be up here, LSSC or something, right? That's it. Where you've lost your money. I want money, I want immediate, I want to double my money in 5 days. That is it. You can get 100%. You can get it in 5 days, but get ready to also lose 100% of your money. The same way Dr. Lina lost $99,000 6 years ago. Yeah. I don't know what zero drift is. I don't know. And whatever that is not known on the stock market, then it's one of those categories, okay? One of those categories. All right. Moderate risk investors. And this is what we call smart investing. So this is the thin line between I'm not saving my money and 128, 2,800 or 37,000, but at the same time I am not losing my money in the stock market. And that is what the smart investing. The reason why, how did I know this? I lost 99,000. I lost it to penny stock, day trading and options trading. That my gain can be right. That I'm not saying it's not going to be negative, but you can use the trend. Okay. Now I lost it to options trading, penny stock, and day trading. Right. That is high risk. Right. I could have also gained money. I made day 1 3,000, day 2 I lost 6,000. That's it. That's it. All right. However, and that is when I figured out smart investing, because I went to check how does the multimillionaire, how do they invest? They said that the multimillionaires invest money in the stock market, but how come I lost money in the stock market? So I checked, where does the multimillionaires, where do they put their money? Right? Where do they put their money? And I understood something called index funds, ETF, right? Instead of buying individual stocks, they buy basket of stocks. All right? Basket of stock. What does that help you to do? And this is where we're going right now. It is called index funds, ETF, exchange traded funds. So whenever we're talking about investing, right? Investing in stock market specifically right now, and I'm going to explain the difference between investing in the stock market and smart investing, right? Whenever we say smart investing, Okay, can we pause? I'm not sure what we're talking about so that I don't get distracted. If you're sitting there 2 minutes, let's quickly reset the life. Let's quickly reset the life. If you have been sitting there and you've not clicked on the follow button, everyone, can you check if you have not clicked on that plus sign? Click on that plus sign. Let's welcome you in. And for all of the people that are already part of this community, if you have not gotten your daily at me, let's get our daily at me. This is daily at. You will find it right here. Click on the follow button if you have not done that. Get your daily at me. It costs you 1 penny and it shows that you're valuable to this community or you value this community. Get your fill up the gift gallery if you can. You do all of those things in the follow to follow, but this is about empowerment. This is life changing. If this is life changing, thank you so much getting your daily at me. Let's do that. Thank you all for getting your daily at me. Be sitting here. Please click on the follow button. Get your daily at me. Go popular, help this life. Appreciate if you can also fill up the gift gallery. If you can fill up the gift gallery, please do that as well, because that's the only language the algorithm understand. And when you tap out the live, when we share the live, let's get it to 30,000 taps. Let's get it to 30,000 taps. And can we get it to 30,000 taps? And of course, 100 shares. 30,000 taps. Right now, we are 27,000 taps and 33 shares. Let's get it to 30,000 taps and 100 shares. So how do you tap? Just tap the screen. Tap the screen, okay? Sharing, press my forehead on the screen, and of course, share out the live. If you think that you've been getting value here, let's all do that. Let's share out the screen. Thank you so much. You find value. Brandy, latest millionaire in town. Because that's the only language the algorithm understand. That you found value. Where is the daily? Where's the daily? I don't understand. The daily. Oh, the daily at me. You find it right here. Let's see. It was pinned earlier. It was pinned. Okay. Yeah. You find it. You find it right here. Click it here. It costs you 1 penny, but you get 30 points back. It shows that you value this community. This is also our millionaire avatar. If you can fill it up, that would be great. That is the only language the algorithm understand. So if you found value, whatever you can do, we do it in other lives, right? This is empowering you, putting money in your pocket, right? Now you know not to save. So whatever, you would really appreciate it, because that's what pushes us on the FYP. The ranking and all of that is based off of that. There's nothing we can do on this end. And once we get on the FYP once we do all of those things and we get good ranking, what happens is that more people are going to be pushed here, right? More people are going to be pushed here to this community, and that's which helps us a lot to reach our goal of financial freedom, teaching people and reducing poverty. So let's share out the live. Thank you so much. Asanka, latest millionaire in town. Zole, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Let's get it to 30,000 taps. I mean, typically we get to 50,000 taps. I know I've not been 50,000 taps. Let's get it. Can we all tap out the live so that we continue with the class? Let's get it to 35,000. Can we take a minute? Let's take about another 2 minutes. Let's get it to 35,000. Can we all tap out the live? If all of us are tapping out the live right now, how do you tap? Just tap the screen. Right? If you found value in the past, how many minutes that we've been here? Almost 2 hours that we've been here. Tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Press my forehead on the screen and share out the live. I'll give everybody a minute to do that for another 2 minutes. This is 3:25 Central Time. Once we get to 3:28, we'll continue. Abraham, latest millionaire in town. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm Doctor of Business and Technology. Thank you. Doctor of Business and Technology, and I help professionals turn their income into real wealth. I'm not a doctor of medicine. I have my doctorate in strategic business and information management system. So is also my master's. And also I'm a chartered accountant. I'm an economist, and I'm a vice president of technology, also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. So I've been investing for close to 2 decades. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, and I've been investing in the stock market for close to 2 decades, for as long as I've also been in the corporate world. Okay, and so I understand what it means to live paycheck to paycheck. because even with a vice president income and as a professor, like I said, I was still saving my money. And that's one part of the reason why I am educating people. Because if you have hundreds of thousands and you just leave it in a savings account and you wake up one day and you see that the money is growing, that's when you will understand the kind of passion that I have. And that's when I started investing. I started investing first. I lost $99,000, right? I lost $99,000 and I figured out how the multimillionaire invest. And that's when I started investing in ETF, which is exactly what I'm teaching here. And we're doing a financial freedom drive this July. I've been showing up 2 times a day from the 1st of July, and it's going to end by the 31st of July, helping as many people to have financial education, so that they can become financially free, end the paycheck to paycheck cycle, take some other people in that millionaire journey, have more millionaires, okay? And of course, gain financial freedom, because money is not the goal. Financial freedom is the goal. Ability to live life at your own terms. That is the goal right there, right? Building your health wealth, your time wealth, your money wealth, your peace wealth, and of course your social wealth. That's all that we teach within this community. Thank you so much for being here. You've been sitting here, it looks like what you're looking for. Click on that follow button. And somebody asked the question, liquidity concern. Your liquidity concern, right? Why are you having liquidity concern? You need to for your emergency fund should be in your high yield savings account. So that is the only money that is in your high yield savings account. But if you are talking about liquidity concern from the perspective of I don't have money, that's why I started with your income. Income minus your expense. The difference there is your wealth too. If you don't have anything to invest, then you don't even have any business in investing. So what should you do? Increase your income and keep your expenses low. Stop allowing lifestyle inflation to take over. Ensure delayed gratification, right? I told my story, right? In the past how many years, what we've been doing is we're buying properties every single year. There are times when we are buying 2-3 properties, right? And build double-digit real estate portfolio. All through that time, we did not allow inflation to take over. And all of those investments have now given us the option to become work optional. Work because you want to work, not because you have to work to pay bills. A lot of us are just working to pay bills, right? So that's exactly what I'm teaching here. Thank you all. And we are going to 35,000. So the quicker we get it, we are all tapping. Let's get it to 35,000. And you might be thinking, oh, it's because she's a vice president. The vice president of technology, the income is that she's an executive. It's because she's also a professor. Then increase your own income too. Increase your own income. How? Go get a certification. I was in finance. I'm an economist. I'm a chartered accountant. Automatically, I'm in corporate finance of department of an organization. And I took a certification to move to technology and I pivoted. I've taught you, if you want to come on another day, whereby I teach you how to increase your income. As a matter of fact, go on my page, you see some videos right there that's going to help you how to negotiate with your employer, how to increase your income. Free trainings on Google Coursera, free training in Harvard Business School that's going to change your life. Side hustles, like, all of those things. Let's keep tapping out the life. All of those things that can going to help you to increase your income. The other thing is that your expense has to be low. Not use it on Gucci, right? Not use it on purse. Use it on asset. Elizabeth and D, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Welcome in on the red carpet on the millionaires, from our mouth to the hair of our Father in heaven, right? The millionaire in town, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. And let's tap out the live. We're not all tapping. The quicker we tap out the live, we're getting to 35,000. Once we get to 35,000, we continue with the class. 35,000 and of course 60 shares. Because we are at 41 shares right now. Tapping out the live is this. Let's all tap out the live and let's share out the live. Press my forehead on the screen and share out the live. Press my forehead on the screen, share out the live. Let's repost. That's the only language the algorithm understand. Let's all tap in. If all of us tap it out, trust me, in the next 1 minute, we will get to 35,000. We're at 33,000. Let's share out the live. Let's repost. Get your daily at me if you have not done that. You'll be sitting there 2 minutes. The great latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you're sitting here, click on that follow button so that we can get started with the investment, smart investing. We want to talk about smart investing. Is one of my favorite things, and I would promise you, at least I'll give you 1 to 2. You're a beginner investor, you would have an idea, right? By the time you're done, you have an idea of how to get started. All right. If you have an idea of how to get started, 10%, where's that number coming from? How is that even possible? 15%, is that even possible? How do you do it without losing your money? Those are the things that we're going to be talking about. Let's remember, let's share out the life. Yeah, you might not like the fact that we are posting out the life and I'm doing all of the. Interestingly, that's the only language the algorithm understand. Our goal is to reach more people, and for us to reach more people, they have to know, our algorithm needs to know that you value this life. So you sitting here, not tapping out the live, not sharing out the live, not reposting, not clicking the follow button, you're doing a disservice, right? It's okay for you to scroll if you do not find this valuable, but if you find it valuable, click on the plus sign, right? Share out the live, tap out the live, get your daily at me so that we can continue repost. Very latest millionaire in town, welcome in. I think using demo account funds is the best to start. What is demo account? No, it's not. It's not. Why are you using just that? Right? Why do you want to use demo account where you can use $1? I mean, what can you lose? $1. Some of us spend $10 in 1 minute. We spend $10, $20 on this app every single day. There's one person, she's not here yet. She will soon be here. She spends at least $30 on this app every single day on TikTok shop. I think yeah. So yeah, because we all fear. We all fear. Thank you so much. We got to 35,000 taps. So let's now get it, the shares. Let's share. We had 42 shares. Let's share so that we can get started. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen, right? And by the time I give you the data, you will be comfortable, okay? So that we can get started. Can we share out the live? Thank you all for repost. Thank you so much for the share so we can get started. The quicker we get it done, the earlier we get started. Sorry, Dr. Lina, you remember I'm a professor, so, we would stay until we get to our goals, right? We have a goal. Share out the lives. If you have been sitting here, click on that follow button, right? Click on the follow button, share out the live. Yeah, the numbers are going to go down. That's fine, but it is for people that knows exactly what they want. This is not for everybody. Financial freedom is not for everybody. Millionaires. If it's that easy, right? Everybody will become a millionaire, all right? It's not easy, right? It's not for everybody. Thank you all for doing that. Let's share out the live. All right. Thank you all for doing that. Awesome. Click on that follow button if you have not done so. So I think we've already shared some of the weights here. We've already shared some of the weights. That's great. Please keep sharing out the live and the repost. Thank you so much for doing that. We do reposts, we do shares in most of those follow to follow. But then when we come to empowerment and education, we just sit here. We just want to take in without any other thing. So now, how do you smart invest? Janelle Joseph, thank you so much for sharing out the live. How do you smart invest, right? It's a thin line, okay? Like I said, it's a thin line between you investing in the stock market, right? Losing all your money and investing, okay? Losing all your money and investing, losing your money or not investing at all. If one question I have for you, why are you not investing today? Drop it in the comment section. Why are you not investing today? Drop it. And guys, I want you to watch. Why are you not investing today? If you are not investing, why are you not investing in the stock market today? Drop it in the comment. Thank you all for sharing out the live. Really appreciate everyone sharing out the live. You're sitting here. Fear of risk. Fear of losing. Okay. Who else? Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you, God is able. Remember, it's a two-way thing. I risk rate. Okay, who else? No idea. You don't even know. Somebody does not even know why. That's even here. I don't even know how. Okay, I don't know how. So lack of education. Education, right? And of course, fear. I don't know how, okay? because I want to know how the stock works before venturing into it. Okay. Lack of knowledge. Who else? Okay. So basically, does anybody have the problem of I don't have money? I already invested in a couple of it, took some tax money this year and just try to only look once a month. Way to go. Way to go. So far, you know the fear of negative values, expectations. Okay. Now, is there anybody that is here that I don't have money? I have been scammed before, Ponzi. Yeah, I mean, okay. Let's be very clear. Whatever investment, we're not talking about Ponzi, Anthony. We are talking about the stock market, okay? But I understand you because you want get rich quick scheme. They tell you that your money is going to double in one day, and then you fell for it, right? Yeah, I don't have money, okay? Because I didn't hear that. I don't have money, right? Anybody on that table, right? I don't have money, right? I don't have money. I did not see that. I only saw two things. I don't have money. So if you don't have money, I can resolve your problem right now. I do not have money to invest. Let me resolve your problem right now. Put it in the comments. I do not have money to invest. Yours is the easiest to resolve. Okay. Everybody has money. Wow, that's amazing. The millionaires in the house. Well done. Okay. I don't. Okay. All right. I don't have money. For those that don't have money, with $1 you can start investing. Okay. $1 you can buy a stock. You can buy ETF. Now you cannot do that with real estate. So we'll not be talking about that tomorrow. So you can remember there are different types of investment. There are different types of investment. ECF is, or stock market is one type of investment. Real estate is another type. Business is another investment. So in this case, we're talking about ETF, stock market, okay? Investing in the stock market. Now, with $1 you can start. Now, let's even say that, and we know we are not going to do $1, right? We are not doing $1 because the thing about it is that your launch money is not even $1. We spend more than $1 every single day. So one of the things I want to tell you, you don't have money. You're going to convert that your launch, the money that you pay for lunch every day. You're going to convert that money and you're going to cook from home. All right? That is your own task. For those people that said, I do not have money, the lunch money that you buy outside, you're going to cook from home and you're going to take food to work. That money, you're going to convert it to invest it. All right? That is one. You're going to check all the subscription. You're going to take your statement of account, daily Starbucks as well. Daily Starbucks, daily coffee. You're going to get the machine, right? And you place it there, and you get the pods from Costco, right? We're going to stop all those DoorDash and all those Uber Eats. We're going to stop all of that. We're going to stop parties every weekend and convert that money to investing. Parties every weekend, the clothes that you've bought already is enough. All right? It's enough. Smoothie, you're going to buy the fruits and you make it. All right? We get the drift, okay? And that money, we're going to convert it. So I don't have money. That's it. Right? Okay. All those club, whatever, corners, right? See, Treshalon, latest millionaire in town. The liquor, yes, we're going to convert all those money. And we're going to, so I don't have the money, right? I don't have money. Now you know where the money, get the idea. I don't want to spend time on that. Do we understand? Put I understand, right? So you're going to look for the money anywhere and start investing. Put I understand or I agree, okay? Remember, this is a community, right? This is millionaire status. This is not a joke. That's why I said it is not for everybody. It's for people that are serious, that want to, that Netflix, that's why I said subscription. You're going to look at it. Some people have Netflix, they have Hulu, right? Where would the money come from? That's exactly what we just explained, right? No, the smoking, all those kind of things, right? Understand and agree. Trust me, this is not for everybody, like I said. Somebody just followed this principle and literally just crossed $500,000. $500,000 about 2 weeks ago. And this is, you might find it as a joke, but it's not a joke because you're going to be executing. That's why I said, I understand and agree here for those that are going to do this. That is how I say when I walk, all things clothes in closet and I'm not wearing exactly. All right. Those designers, we're going to pause it for now and transfer all this money to investments. Let's keep tapping out the live. You'll be sitting there 2 minutes. Click on the follow button. So we've resolved problem number 1. Number 2 is what? The fear. Let's now, market can have negative sway at any time. The fear, that's the second thing we want to talk about. The fear is the second thing we want to talk about. Now, the fear and education, because, okay, I'm going to combine these two together. The fear and education, when you get the education, your chances of reducing of your when you get educated about investing, it's going to build your confidence. Would you agree with me that it's going to build your confidence? And when your confidence goes up, what's going to happen? Your fear level goes down, right? When confidence goes up, your fear level goes down, right? So education is going to address the issue when it comes to fear. And that's what we're going to be addressing here. Okay? So already I told you, yeah, knowledge is empowerment. Exactly. You'll be empowered, and then of course it's going to reduce the fear, which is what we're doing this 31 days financial freedom challenge. And I'm going to help you shortly for those that said yeah, exactly. Now risk, of course there's the risk in the stock market, but the return is higher. Whenever you put your money in savings account, aside the fact that it's not growing, and the savings account is not growing, there is guarantee risk there. What is that risk? It is called the inflation. So you are losing 4.2%. The fact that you are putting your money in the bank in itself, because there's something called inflation. Inflation in the United States is 4.2%. In some other countries, it's double digit, right? It's double digit, all right? The thing about it is, all right? The thing about it is the risk in the market, right? There's always the risk. Now, whenever we're talking about smart investing, Kumalo, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Whenever we're talking about smart investing, remember, what we are talking about is smart investing. Let me move this one out. And let me use this board. Now, let's now talk about investing. Now we're talking about smart investing. Remember, smart investing is different from regular investing because there's something called smart. Because number one, the return might not be as high because it's not IPES, it's not get rich quick scheme, not IPES, not get rich. All right? It's not. Okay? It is, but guess what? The risk is also lower. The risk is moderate. Is there risk? Yes, there's risk. Because there's also risk when it comes to whenever your money is in the bank. For you to sleep and wake up, there's risk, right? But you still sleep and you still wake up, right? For you to drive that car is a risk. That's your job. You can go to job tomorrow and your car does not work tomorrow. And they tell you, bye-bye, we don't need your service tomorrow. There's a risk on that your job, but guess what? You're still doing it. So understand that there's always a risk. There's a risk getting married or being divorced, but you still get married. You still fall in love. You could choke on that food. Is a risk. All right? So there would always be something called risk. And of course, the savings account, there's already a risk. Guarantee risk, you're losing 4.2% to inflation if you're in the United States. In other countries, inflation, exactly. Now, but then what you want to do is you want to, whenever you are investing, you want to be smart. You want to be, it has to be calculated, and you also want to be informed. So it has to be smart. So you have to be smart about it. You have to get it to be, you have a calculation. Is it calculated? And then is it informed? When I lost 99,000, it was not. I was just doing, and also maybe also educated. And of course, maybe knowledge-based. Well, that's all the same thing, right? So, and this is what is called smart investing, right? Thin line between somebody doing high risk, MLM, all of those things. So what is now the smart investing? Now, if you are new here, click on that follow button. Can we tap it to 40,000 taps? Now, when you, and this is now where the education comes in. This is an individual stock, right? What is a stock? A stock is a way for you to invest in a company. It's a way of you invest. And let's keep tapping out the live. I know that we are all locked in. I know we are locked in, but let's still keep going. If you'll be sitting here, if you are new here, click on that follow button. A stock is a way of you owning shares of a company, like you're sharing part of a company. So for instance, you like Amazon so much because you shop on Amazon every single month or every single day. Fofona, Karin, latest millionaire intern, welcome in. Yeah, you're new here, click on the follow button. We're talking about smart investing, right? Now, and this is a way, yeah, it's smart, it's calculated, it's informed. So you know exactly where your money is such that you don't lose your money. Your chances of losing your money, is minimized, right? I'm not saying it's not going to be there, but it is minimal. This is stock, right? Now we're talking about the stock market, not real estate, not businesses. This is the stock market. You decide to say that Amazon, you love Amazon so much and you shop there, right? And because you know Amazon is, of course, because you shop there, you know a lot of people also shop there. You know it's a good stock, right? You can either buy this Amazon, right? You have $1,000, right? That same $1,000 we talked about earlier. You can decide to buy $1,000 worth of Amazon shares. And then instead of it growing at 0.25, if Amazon grows, your money also grows, okay? It's not like savings account. It means that the value of the stock goes whenever the value of the company, they make profits and all of that, you are also sharing, right? Your money is growing. You might also get dividends, something called profit sharing, right? Whenever they make profit, you also make profit. Can we tap it out to 40,000, guys? Let's also share the live. If you're new here, click on the follow button. If you have not clicked on that follow button, we're talking about smart investing. So this is, like I said, Amazon. Now, one question. As much as good as Amazon is, right? As beautiful as Amazon is, Amazon owns something called a data center, right? A data center is where a lot of, it houses the data, just data for so many companies. They manage their data, they save it for them, more like the backup of their data, which is called AWS. AWS, let's just assume that AWS, for some reason, AWS got compromised. Maybe there's a data breach or it got hacked and people lost their data, right? It got into the dark web and people lost their data. What's going to happen, right? Understanding that AWS is, Amazon owns AWS. AWS is part of Amazon. What is going to happen to the stock of Amazon? What is going to happen to the stock of Amazon? Put it in the comment. What is going to happen to Amazon? Let's assume that there is a data, and if we became messy, there's litigation, G3. Okay, what's going to happen to the stock of Amazon in terms of price of the stock of Amazon? It's going to depreciate. It's going to lose value. Exactly. Because bad news, right? It's going to fall. Thank you so much. Now, if your own 1,000, what's going to happen to your own 1,000 too? It's going to go down as well. Your money is going to go down with it. Another example. This is Coca-Cola. You love Coca-Cola. And because of Coca-Cola, you decide to also buy stock of Coca-Cola. And you decide to buy 1,000 worth of Coca-Cola stock. But a particular batch of Coca-Cola decides to kill 1,000 or 100,000 people. Right? Nothing is going to happen to your 1,000. Stay there. All right? Now, let's look at $1,000, right? Coca-Cola. let's say 100,000 people died because of a batch of particular Coca-Cola. What is going to happen to a lot of people will boycott Coca-Cola, right? Because they'll say it's a killer drink. I'm talking about solid companies now. If you boycott Coca-Cola, what's going to happen to the price of the shares of Coca-Cola? What's going to happen? The stock will drop. Exactly. Now, I'm talking about solid companies. These are solid companies. And your own money too is going to go down. Your $1,000 is going to go down as well. Now, so I gave you two solid company. And then let me give you SpaceX. You bought it at $225 or $165 at IPO. And now it's at $100. What is happening to your money? Put it in the comment section. What is happening in your money? With your money, you bought SpaceX at $165 or $135 at IPO price, right? You don't know why you bought it. Just bought it because everybody, right? You're losing your money. Thank you so much. Right? Your money has gone. That's reality, right? The other ones are hypothetical, right? But guess what? Your money also, nobody's responding. SpaceX, those that bought IPO, if you bought the IPO, what's happening right now? Good evening. Welcome in. If you are new here, welcome in. Click on that follow button. We're talking. Yeah, you did not. For those, I'm asking about those people that invested. So it tells you something. Any company, regardless, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Palantir, right? Broadcom, Caterpillar, Procter & Gamble, all of those companies, Exxon, the price, something can happen and the price can fall. All right? So how do you now invest, right? Such that you don't lose your money. It is what is called smart investing, which is called index funds, right? Investing in index fund or investing in ETF, or just call it the basket of stocks, right? Investing in basket instead of individual stocks. Such that, let's take the same scenario, right? You bought, I can do great. What's happening to your money right now? How much do you have left? Right? Let's assume that whatever Amazon, right? The price happened, it happened, and whatever happened, that scenario happened. But instead of you buying just Amazon, you bought what? Right? Instead of you buying the individual Amazon, instead of you buying that, you decided to buy it as part of a basket. Right inside this basket, you also have Coca-Cola. Because at that time, Coca-Cola is not so poisoned, right? You have Apple, you have Nvidia, you have other companies, other great companies. If the price of Amazon with the breach happens to go down, how is it going to really impact your money? Is the impact going to be huge? Or, compared to when it was individual stock, which one is going to have a much impact in terms of loss, right? ETF or mutual fund mean one exactly, right? The basket. Do we understand this? The spread. So that is what ETF does for you. Diversification. And then risk management. Remember, I told you risk, right? Risk management. So this is where it starts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right? This is, no, you will be safe. Exactly. Right? The thing about it is that this is what is called the smart there. Because smart is what it is called smart investing. Mutual funds or whatever, ETF, index fund, whatever that is diversification. And that is where the multimillionaires, that is where they put their money. I'm a new investor. I'm in class like this to fund my account. My Q is, do you buy ETF once off? No. Okay? Dollar cost averaging. Let me put it here so we talk about it. Consistency. Automation. So I'm going to talk about that, right? That's how, right? This is what you invest in. ETF. How do you invest in the stock market? Guys, put ETF in the comment section. ETF, because it's going to help you with diversification. It's going to help you with management of risk. It's not, at the end of the whole thing, your return might not be as high. But guess what? This is the first thing Smart. Remember, I said smart. Thank you so much for dropping that. Let's keep tapping out the live. If you are new here, click on that follow button. You're new here, click on the follow button. We're talking about how to invest in the stock market, ensuring that your risk is managed, is mitigated, right? Is a little bit controlled, okay? And of course, so that is being smart, because you are not just investing in one stock, you are investing with your 1,000, you are spreading your risk. That is you being smart with your money. Okay? Now, the second thing is that calculated, right? Calculated. You want to know what is the return is it going to give you? So one of the popular ETF let's now talk about ETF. What is ETF? ETF is something called exchange traded funds. And simply put, it's just basket of stock, a fund of stock X that is traded on the stock exchange. A basket of stocks, a basket of funds of stocks, the fund is the stocks, right? That is traded on the stock exchange, period. That is ETF. Now, ETF can now be, there are thousands of ETF, if not hundreds of thousands of ETF. Thousands of ETF. Two things that differentiate one ETF from the other is what is inside the ETF and who manages the ETF. Okay, so put it in the who and what. Put it in the comment. Who and what. Those are the two things that you want to know. The reason why I always say type it in the comment, it helps you to remember. Remember, I'm a professor. Right? You would always remember when you type it. If you are somebody like me, I'm a visual learner. That's why I have the board. Not one, I have two. Who and what, right? Who manages the fund? Thank you. The administrators or the fund managers, and what are they managing? That is what differentiates one ETF from the other. Who manages the fund? Who is the fund manager? And what are they managing? Meaning, what is the fund? So, these, if I tell you, experience latest millionaire in town, welcome in. If you are new here, click on that follow button. We're talking about how to invest smartly in the stock market, whereby you manage your risk, you mitigate the risk, and of course, grow your money through diversification. That's what we're teaching right here, such that you manage your risk. Okay, so click on the follow button if it looks like what you're looking for. Right, thank you so much for the repost. So you're going to answer me this question. Vanguard is the manager of VOO. VOO, what is inside the VOO is S&P 500. Okay, so listen to me. S&P 500, meaning top 500 companies in the United States. Now, it can be top 500 companies in Kenya. It can be top 500 company in Bermuda. Any country. You can also buy the one in the United States. Oleps, how are you? Thank you all for tapping out the live. Let's get it to 50,000. Thank you for getting your daily admin. I know she's going to do that. So let all the OGs know what to do. Come in, click on the follow button if you're new. Tap out the live. Get your daily admin. Fill up the gift gallery. That's how it's been done. Comment, and she's going to say something very soon. I know she's going to say something. Right. So one of the things is the basket of stocks. This is a basket of stocks, right? Different stocks are in there. Let's assume that these are top 500 companies. Top 500 companies, okay? Right? This is top 500 companies. What is in that basket is just top 500 companies, period. That is a kind of ETF, top 500 company. So whenever you hear like S&P 500, Standard and Poor 500, it just simply means, thank you so much for the filling up the gift gallery. It just simply means the top 500 companies in the United States, period. That's what it is. Top 500 companies in the United States. Now, it could be top 500 companies in Ghana, in whatever, all right? So that kind of ETF is what? That kind of ETF is what is inside that ETF? When I say Standard and Poor ETF, thank you so much for filling up the gallery. Olebs, and everyone doing that. Let's tap out the line. Let's get it to 50,000. Let's also share as well. How to share? Press my forehead on the screen and share. All right. Let's share. Let's share. Also, let's repost. Fill up the gift gallery. As a matter of fact, if you have not gotten your daily admin, let's get our daily admin. Let's get our daily admin. If you have not gotten your daily admin, please get your daily admin. He helps this life. It shows that you value this life as well. And you have been sitting here, you have not clicked on that follow button. I know you were carried away, right? We are moving fast. It's new to you. Click on that follow button and let's welcome you. Thank you all for doing that. Thank you so much for doing that. Repost, sharing out the live, tapping out the live. It shows that you value this community. It shows whenever you gift, it shows that you value what we're doing here as well. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you. Right? Because that's the only language the algorithm understand, and that is what gives us, pushes us on the FYP, puts us on the league as well, to C to B league and all of that. And that's more reason how they put that's the only language the algorithm understands. So get your daily admin. Hello, how are you doing? Remember to get your daily admin as well if you have not done that. How do you get that? You'll find it right here. Click on it. It's 1 penny, 1 cent. Of course, you get 13 points. And of course, tap out the live. If you've not been tapping out the live, let's get it to 50,000. Let's share out the live. Press my forehead on the screen. Share out the live. Repost, help this live. Go Popular, help this live as well. And you've been sitting here. You're doing us a disservice, right? When doing this community or this life is disservice, just sitting there, not doing anything, no clicking or not connecting, no tapping out of the live, no sharing out of the live, no comment, nothing. You are just taking the information. Come on, right? Life is not like that. So remember, there's something. They said when your hands are closed like this. It's my grandma that says that. When your hands are closed like this, nothing comes in, okay? And nothing goes out, all right? So when you tap out the live, I mean, it's not even about money. When you tap out the live, that's you giving out, okay? When you share the live, it shows that you value others. You're showing love to others. All right. Make sure you do that. I am teaching this for free. Right. Showing up twice a day from July 1st till date, just to help as many people. Right. So the least you can do is to tap out the live, share out the live, get your daily admin. Come on, guys. Let us give back to the society. Let's make the world a better place. Reduce crime and poverty. And of course, click on the follow button. Don't just sit here. You're right. So let's go. Awesome. So the basket, this is the basket of stocks. Okay. This is the basket of stocks. So the ETF is just basically what was I even saying? The ETF is, we're talking about S&P 500. So S&P 500, Standard & Poor's, the top 500 companies in the United States, right? Top 500 companies in the United States. So whenever I say top 500 companies ETF, right? What is in that ETF? Maritino, latest millionaire in town. Top 500 companies in the United States. Or no, S&P 500. What is in that ETF? S&P 500 ETF. What is in that ETF? Now we are telling you what, right? I'm going to now teach you how. What is in the what? When we say ETF, because a lot of people don't know what ETF is. ETF is exchange traded funds, is what is inside of it and who manages it. So if I say S&P 500 ETF, what does that mean? Thank you all for tapping out the live. Let's get it to 50,000, guys. You don't want me to stop this live again and do adverts, right? All right. So when I say S&P 500 ETF, put it in the comment. What is in the ETF? When I say real estate ETF, what is in that ETF? Put it in the comment. It looks like we are tired. Should we end the live here? Should we end the live? It looks like we are tired. Should we end the live? Right? Should we end the live? Thank you so much for getting your daily admin, Nana. Thank you so much. So it's the S&P 500 stocks. And when we say real estate, it's real estate stocks, right? Stocks, that deal with real estate. Thank you so much. Okay. Now yes, the energy is back. Thank you so much. It seems that you guys are the one that drank that water. I needed that water, right? House of Treasure, welcome in. Olebs, where did you get bonds from? Olebs. Olebs. Don't let me bite you right now. S&P 500 is S&P 500 ETF. It is the S&P 500 stocks that is inside of it. Remember, what is inside of it is what matters. Forget about the details. I just said S&P 500. So the answer is there. S&P 500 ETF. It is S&P 500 stocks that is inside. When I say that real estate ETF, the answer is there. Real estate is the things, stocks that are inside. When I tell you beauty supplies ETF, beauty supply ETF, what is inside of it, guys? Beauty supplies ETF, what is inside of it? Beauty supplies ETF, what is inside of it? What stocks do we have inside the beauty supply ETF? Beauty, thank you. Beauty supplies, now you get it. When I tell you something, I mean, it might take us to always, it takes you time to get there. But if you are patient with me, you will never forget. That's the way I teach, right? You will never forget, right? So some people are not patient. That's okay, because like I said, I'm not for everyone. Let's share out the live. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's get it to 50,000 taps, and let's get it to 100 shares. Thank you so much for doing that. Stocks that deal with exactly. Thank you so much for doing that. Get your daily admin. If you have been sitting here as well, click on the follow button if you've not clicked on that follow button. So now, so you understand what is inside of it really matters. So I want to do financial institution ETF. What is inside of financial institution ETF? What is inside of it? Banks. What else? Loiter Braids, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Financial institution ETF. Financial institution. Now we can have the banks there. We can have credit card company. We can have mortgage company. Remember, financial institution can have fintech, right? All that it has is financial institution. Anything financial institution is right there. So now you understand it. Remember, so now you understand what ETF is. It tells you something. There could be hundreds of thousands of ETF. Now it is about what is inside of it. Now, if I tell you the top 1,000 US company ETF, what is inside that one? The top 1,000 US stock ETF, what is inside that one? Top 1,000 US stock ETF, what is inside of it? The top 1,000 US stock. Thank you. Now you get it. So it doesn't matter. It can be industry. It can be tailored to an industry, right? It can just say strictly technology. Top technology companies. It can say the entire US stock market. So all you are looking for whenever you're looking into an ETF is what is inside that ETF. It could be cheap. It could be energy. It could be top whatever, right? It could be multiple industry in it. So like the S&P 500 right now is the top 100 companies in the United States. So it simply means that every company that is there, so you see financial, right? You will see financial institution. You will find energy there. So far, it's still one of the. You will find you find technology companies there. You will find all of the industries inside that top, because we are saying the top 500. It doesn't matter, right? What industry it is. So far, it is the best 500 companies. Another part of it is that you can also have something like the top technology companies, right? You can buy the top technology companies. It means that it's the top 100 technology companies. It could be top 500. It could be top. So you understand what I mean? It could just be all technology companies. You can buy the entire US stock market. So whenever people come to me and say there is REIT ETF, and I'm like, REIT is basically real estate investment trust. So it's just basically ETF that contains real estate, period. So why are you not asking for energy ETF? Why are we focused on real estate, right? So that's just it, period. All right? C'est fini. All right, so we understand what ETF is. Now, remember I said what is inside of it. Now, the second factor is who manages it. So I'll give you 3 scenarios. So we're talking about the S&P 500, right? Now we have S&P 500. It's possible that we have different managers that manages these. They have their own. They have the portfolio, their own ETF portfolio, right? Their own ETF portfolio. S&P 500. They have a Kelly, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you are new here, click on the follow button. Welcome in. We are talking about smart investing. We're talking about ETF. We're talking about real estate. How you can stay in between, whereby you're not losing your money, right? You are investing moderately, and this is the $1 Million League, right? And we're teaching you some of the strategy. Thank you for having me. Oh, you're welcome. Welcome. Get your daily at me if you haven't gotten that. You'll be sitting, click on the follow button. Thank you so much for tapping out the live, sharing out the live. Let's all get our daily at me. Click on the follow button. You are sitting here, especially for 2 minutes, more than 2 minutes. It shows that you found value. There's something you want to learn. Just sit there, click on the follow button so that we can welcome you. All right, S&P 500, all right? And so this S&P 500 can be managed by, this is a brokerage firm. This is a fund manager. It could also be a brokerage firm that you can actually open your account in. But guess what? They also manage, they have this ETF. This is ETF, right? Remember, ETF is a basket of stocks. These are top 500 companies, right? ETF, that's what we have here. It could be managed by Vanguard. It could also be managed by, it could be managed by Vanguard. It could also be managed by Fidelity. It could be managed by Fidelity. It could be managed by State Street. It could be managed by BlackRock. So everybody, Trowell Price. So whenever they manage it, right, meaning that this is not them opening the account. This is not, you can, oh, thank you so much, the P5. How are you? Welcome in. Let's keep time. Can we get it to 60,000? Yeah, not exactly. See, okay, let's pause. All the things that you're dropping right now is a brokerage firm, right? Trade 212 is a brokerage firm. That doesn't necessarily mean that they have John Scott's latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. That doesn't mean that they have ETF, S&P 500 ETF. The Fidelity is a brokerage firm, but at the same time, I'm sure it has an S&P 500 ETF. It is not all companies, not all brokerage firm has the ETF. ETF, remember, it's a fund. It's just like a stock, right? It's not all, just think, it's not all the brokerage firm that has the ETF. That doesn't mean you cannot trade it on their platform. You can trade it on their platform, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they have that fund that they manage it. So whatever you guys are saying right now, you're talking about you opening your account with them. That's a different thing. And we're going to get there. How do we buy ETF? That's a different thing. This one is they are fund managers. They have Affidel Global, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. So if you're new here, click on that follow button. We're talking about how to invest smartly in ETF. This is as part of the financial freedom drive, 31 days. So I've been showing up from the first 2 times a day, 1:30 and 8 p.m. daily. I'm still going to be showing up 8 p.m. later today for family and finance, teaching you how to be financially free, gain financial freedom, and get to that $1 million status. And somebody just literally crossed $500,000. I'm so proud of her, right? I'm so proud of her. I mean, please don't put your name here before they come after you, right? And following all of these principles that we're talking about here, right? So understand one thing. I'm not talking about you opening your account, right? I'm not talking, that's not what I'm taking. Add a latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you are new here, click on the follow button. You're new here, click on the follow button. Let's welcome you. Let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 60,000. I'll share out the live as well. Let's share out the live. Get your daily admin. Fill up the gift gallery. Appreciate that. We do that in our follow to follow, right? We do it in the gossip group. Why not just also do it here? We'll appreciate that because it helps this community on the FYP, whatever lion and the cats and the goats that you do in those places, do it here, right? But ultimately, don't waste your money, okay? Don't waste your money, right? But if you think that you want to do it, you find value here, feel free to do it, okay? Yeah, that's if you have the money. What's that? The financial, leave the financial, manage it. I know what is there. I know because the character, there's the limit in the character, okay? There's the limit in the character. There's a character limit. That's why, right? So leave the whatever, leave the message and follow the messenger or whatever. How do I put it? Right? Focus on what we are teaching, right? Of course, right? I'm a doctor, right? I have a doctorate degree, so I know the spelling of financial, and also a chartered accountant and an economist as well. So financial is not my problem, okay? But thank you so much, okay? All right. All right. S&P 500, okay? S&P 500. So whenever we're talking about, I'm not talking about opening it from the account perspective. Not opening it from the account perspective, right? You can open your account, right? Your brokerage account. That's not what we're talking about here. Because your brokerage account does not mean trading 212 doesn't mean that they have trading 212 might not be managing an S&P 500 ETF portfolio, right? They might not have that fund, right? That doesn't mean that they cannot trade the one for other investment firm, right? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, let's get it to 60,000. Really appreciate everyone doing that. That doesn't mean that. Do we understand it at all? If you do not understand, let me know. If I understand, put I understand. I do not understand. I'm confused. Put it in the comments. Because a lot of people get confused with this. I do not understand. I'm confused. Put I'm confused. I understand. Put I understand. I want to make sure that we all understand. And let's keep tapping out the live. Let's share out the live. If you're new here, click on that follow button. If you're new here, click on the follow button. Remember, you guys need to respond. I am a bit confused. Okay, good. If you are confused, put it in the comments. You got it. Okay. Okay. Who else is confused? All right. I do not understand. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you have clicked on that follow button. If you haven't done that, click on the follow button. What ETF and index do you like invest in? We are not yet gotten that. I do not quite get it. Okay, let me explain again. I know that you do not understand. Daya, thank you so much for getting your daily admin. Adrian, welcome in. Latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Get it? Okay. Now, whenever you want to buy ETF, right? Think about it as whenever you want to get money in the bank. My teacher. Thank you. Whenever you want to put money in the bank, right? Whenever you want to save money, right? You open your bank account, right? You open your bank account and you put money in there, right? Whenever you want to buy ETF or you want to buy stocks, you open an investment account or a brokerage account like a trading 212, Wealth Simple, Fidelity, and all of that, right? Thank you so much for that. Fidelity, you do all of that. Or maybe Bamboo, right? Stanbic IBTC, Investment One, whatever it is in your country, you would open an investment account, right? Whenever you want to buy stock or you want to buy ETF, right? Do we know that? because you know that you are not, if you want to buy ETF, you don't go to you don't buy it in Walmart, okay? We don't buy it in Costco. You don't buy it in the bank. You buy it in the brokerage firm, right? A brokerage firm or investment, whatever. Now, whenever you open that your account, that's not what we are talking about here. So forget about the or target exactly. Whenever we are talking about that, that's not what we are talking about here. Because that investment account that you open, right? It's just your own account. That your account, that your brokerage firm where you opened it with, they might decide not to have that same. Okay, let's take this one. Vanguard. Let's assume that you open a Vanguard account, right? Vanguard has also intentionally create a product, right, within Vanguard, whereby they are, which is called an S&P 500 ETF managed by Vanguard. Remember who manages it and what is in the fund. This is different from the account that you open. It's just a product with them. S&P 500 ETF. That is it. Now, it doesn't mean that because Vanguard has it, that Trading 212 also will automatically have ETF S&P 500 Trading 212. But you from your own that account that you have opened, you can still buy this Vanguard product, which is S&P 500 ETF. Does that make sense now? So your account side is different. That's not what with your account. When you open the account, you can now buy this Vanguard product right there. You can buy this Fidelity S&P 500 ETF right there. You can buy the State Street Vanguard ETF right there. So whenever you are buying in Trading 212, for instance, you can now, whenever you see something called, so what is that S&P 500 ETF product that Vanguard manages? It is something called VOO. Have you heard VOO before? If you've heard VOO, put it in comment. I've never heard VOO before, right? Say, I don't know. VOO is the S&P 500 ETF product managed by Vanguard. Yes, so that is VOO, guys, right there. Now, there is another one, State Street. Where is State Street? You don't know. Now, okay, now you know. This is an S&P 500, top 500 Noble latest millionaire insider. Welcome in. If you are new here, click on that follow button. We're talking about smart investing. Right now, we're on ETF. You'll be sitting here, click on that follow button, get your daily at me. Let's get we only need three more people to get your daily at me to meet the goal for the day. So get your daily at me, you'll find it right here. It costs you 1 penny, but you get 30 points. Let's get a daily at me and let's tap it out to 60,000. Thank you all for doing that. Let's share out the live as well. If you have not got to your daily at me, get your daily at me. Let's tap out there. Let's share out the live. Really appreciate everyone. Let's repost as well. If you can fill up the gift gallery, appreciate that as well. Gifting is also appreciated, right? Because it pushes us out live. Go Popular helps us here as well. So if you find value, do all of that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. Okay. So VOO, you can buy the VOO. So VOO is the ETF for S&P 500. Okay. ETF for S&P 500 ETF product of Vanguard. State Street, right? It's still the same thing. They just also have the same kind of fund because it mimics the fund. S&P 500 is an index, right? Meaning the top 500 companies in the United States, stand alone, the top 500 companies at point in time. So these companies, they are removed from time to time. Thank you so much for the Go Populars. They are removed from time to time. So they review them based on how you review them. They review them based on their performance. They review them what latest millionaire in town. It is based on their performance, their income statement, their balance sheets, their goodwill, everything, right? In their performance, they are being monitored. That's one of the good things. Remember, calculated, informed. That's one of the good things about investing in ETF because somebody is actively monitoring them. It's the best of the best companies. That's the same reason, what's it called? SpaceX was not admitted into S&P 500. and he got into, he could have wiggled his way in, but he could not get into S&P 500, right? Because it did not meet the criteria to go in there. Okay? So it is being monitored. It's not all the companies. So you know that you are investing in the top companies in the United States. Tell me, what more is that informed? Right? Educated. Now you know what that is. You know that Lord's J, latest millionaire in town. So let's go ahead. State Street, whenever you hear SPY, what is inside of it? The same S&P 500, right? ETF, but who manages it? The fund manager is called State Street, which is a brokerage firm, which you can also open your brokerage account with, right? SBYM, right? Also, there's another one, IVV. What is inside of the S&P 500 ETF? And guess what? It's managed by BlackRock. There's Fidelity Index on the other hand. Index is different from ETF. There's something called index fund. Index fund, ETF is traded like stocks. It simply means that you can buy right now and sell it immediately. Buy and sell. You can buy now and sell now, right? ETF. Index funds mimics the index. So by the end of the day is when the day is settled, that's when you can sell. When you sell it, that's when you know how much is your money, how much it ended with, and all of that. When they balance it at the end of the trading window. So Fidelity doesn't have ETF, but it has an S&P 500 index, which is FXAIX. Right? I like ETF better because there are times when I'm buying property, I'm closing on that day, and I'm liquidating my fund that same day, right? So I don't want to wait till the end of the day. So I prefer ETF, but they are almost the same thing. It's just about preference. All right? And they've all of this because they have a similar fund, right? The only difference is that their fees might be different. And most of the time, it's not super significant. 0.02, 0.05, 0.01, that's just the difference. So the thing about it is right there on the board. The thing about it is now all of them, if you buy each of this one, they are almost the same thing because they track the same thing. So if you have IVV, if you're like me, I have IVV, so portfolio, I have VO, I have SPY and all of that. It's still the same thing because they returned 17.9, 18%, 18.1. That's what they all returned last year. They all returned about the same thing. Why? Because they track the same thing. It's just who manages it. Do we understand it now? Now, we can flip it around, I would say this is the one in the US. If there's anything in what country? Sweden. If there's a fund like this, an index like this, right? It's like an index like this, ETF, S&P 500 in Sweden or in Switzerland, right? All that changes it is the country in the UK or in the UK. If there is a fund manager, if they have a fund manager, right, maybe Trading 212 as a product in the UK that is maybe not S&P 500, maybe S&P, it doesn't have to be even S&P. Maybe what do they call it? The Lord and the Queens. Lord and Queen something. Lord and Queen, because they do a lot of royalty in the UK. 100, right? And it's Trading 212. It means that what is there is Lord and Queen 100 ETF, and who manages it is Trading 212 because Trading 212 has a fund like that. It's a product that they have internally. Does that make sense? I don't know what FTSE is. What is inside it? I don't know what is. So it doesn't have to be the United States. Now, does it mean that you cannot buy the S&P 500? You can buy the S&P 500 in the United States. You can also buy the one in your own country. So you can buy, let's say you're from Nigeria, you can buy the entire Nigerian stock market. All right? If there's a product like that. Like in the US, we have the entire US stock market. I talk about the US because I am in the United States. I'm in Texas, in the United States. 100 best companies in the UK. Thank you. Now you get it. But who is the manager, right? Managed by who? That's going to so it's who, what is inside of it, and who manages it. Do we all understand it now? Now this is different from your brokerage account. So I can still buy what George Fool is talking about right now. I can buy it if I decide to buy. If my from here in the United States under my Vanguard account or Fidelity account, if I'm able to make the purchase from Fidelity, I can buy the FTSE 100, right? And Jotfu in the UK can decide to buy the one in the US. And I can definitely buy the one in the US. And he can also buy the one in the US, vice versa. Thank you so much for the repost. Peter Way, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Do we understand it? If you understand, if you're still confused, let me know. Because you need to understand the foundation. And by the way, guys, know that I don't give you fish. So if you are waiting that Dr. Lina is going to give you one list of whatever, you will go and get that course. But I will teach you to fish so you understand it. All right? Okay? Because for me to be able to list 1, 2, 3, there are some at least 5, 6 questions I'm going to ask you. Okay? Did you say we can buy in the UK? Absolutely. I want to believe so. I don't know. If you're in the US, I've never tried it. But if Fidelity you can buy it on Fidelity. If there's a particular one you want to buy in Fidelity, you check Fidelity, check your brokerage account, your account, and ask them, can I buy like this one that you just talked about, FTSE 100? Can you buy it? And of course, right there. I want to believe it's possible. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. If you are new here, click on the follow button. If you are new here, I know we are moving fast. Let me pause for a minute. Let's give you 1 to 2 minutes. Let's reset the live. Everyone, click on the follow button if you have not done that. Click on the follow button. How do you click on the follow button? There's a plus sign in front of your name. Click on that plus sign, and so that we can welcome you in. And vet up later millionaire in town. And get your daily at me as well. If you have not gotten your daily at me, we'll soon be wrapping up with the live. Get your daily at me, and we'll be coming back later tonight at 8 p.m. or 9 because I might be tired, right? Because if I'm still here, I need to rest at 8 p.m. or 9, right? So you want to click on the follow button, turn on notification bell, or go to the YouTube side, Money Talk with Dr. Lina, and subscribe, and also click on the subscribe and turn on notification bell because I'm streaming on both platforms right now. Right? NKG, latest millionaire in town. And please, I want to plead with you. You're doing us a disservice if you are just sitting here. You don't click on the plus sign. You don't tap out the live. You don't share out the live. You don't get your daily at me. You don't comment. You don't do anything, right? You're doing this community a disservice. This is not for everybody. You can as well also scroll. We value your time. It's not about pride or anything, but this is for people that are serious-minded, want to gain financial freedom, build wealth, okay? And of course, and because I've been showing up 2 times a day on a financial freedom drive, trying to help as many people to gain financial education so that they can gain financial freedom that they need to reduce poverty and also ultimately reduce crime. So please click on the follow button if you are just seated here. Don't just be a dead weight here, okay? It's okay for you to scroll, I mean, this is not for everybody. I appreciate you coming around, but if you're most welcome, because people pay thousands of dollars to learn this, but we are doing this as part of corporate social responsibility to reduce crime. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. That's because I have my master's and doctorate in strategy, business, and information management system. My day job, I'm a vice president of technology and also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, and deep learning and information system. And I know this next question, how come she's still talking about finance and all of that? That's because my bachelor's, I'm an economist, so that's my passion, and of course a chartered accountant, but I chased money, right? I ran after money and I went to technology, rose to the position of a vice president of technology. And now I'm back to what I love to do, helping so many people to gain financial freedom, because we were not taught how to build wealth. We were not taught how to build wealth. Mark, latest millionaire in town. And I own double-digit real estate portfolio. I've been investing for close to 2 decades. I've been in the corporate world for close to 2 decades, and I understand what it means living paycheck to paycheck, and also being able to get to that $1 million status, and also gaining financial freedom. That is, and that's why I'm getting along a lot more people to that category, because it depends on what you do with your money. It depends on where you manage, where you put your money and how you manage your money. That is what we talk about here. And that is changing life on a daily basis. So if it looks like you want to end the paycheck to paycheck, gain financial freedom, or maybe you want to get to that $1 million status, click on the follow button. Note that this is not get rich quick scheme. This is about delayed gratification, not instant gratification. Google who Warren Buffett is, and you would understand how we invest. We're not speculators. We're not gamblers. We are investors, okay? And we're talking about smart investing. Welcome in, everyone. Let's tap it out to 60,000. Also, let's share it. Can we get it shares to about 200,000? We're going to be ending the live soon. So if you're new here, click on the follow button. Join us tonight for Family and Finance. I am here at 1:30 Central Time and 8 p.m. Central Time, but turn on notification bell. And also, I'm on YouTube, Money Talk with Dr. Lina. As a matter of fact, we're going to be releasing the latest video today, maybe around 8. So go watch the latest. You don't want to miss that. And I'll also be releasing another one during the week, so you don't want to miss that. Free resources right there that's going to help you change your finances. Somebody literally just crossed $500,000. So if you're still thinking, is it even possible? $1 million, is it a joke to you? People are getting there on a daily basis. It's just you that need to change your mindset and be ready to learn. Open your heart, be learning to learn and execute. Don't take it in alone. Execute. Execution is key. All right. So click on the follow button. If you have been seated there, click on the follow button. Click on that follow button. Let's get our daily admin. We need 2 more people to meet our goal of a daily admin. 2 more people. Let's get our daily admin. If you have not gotten your daily admin, 2 more people to get our goal, to meet the goal. Really appreciate that. So if you found value today, get your daily admin, fill up the gift gallery. Appreciate every one of us doing, tap out the live, share out the live. Thank you so much. We do that in our follow to follow and all those gossip groups, right? So do it right here. This is about education and empowerment, all right? Empowering you to become financially free. So thank you so much for doing all of that. Awesome. So now we understand what ETF is, right? We now understand what ETF is. Now, so like the popular one is S&P 500. Why is S&P 500 popular? And I'm going to use it to tell you about, I've already told you smart right now, because you're not going to invest in one stock. That is you being smart with your money. You are investing in a basket of stock. We've talked about now calculated and being informed. Why is S&P 500? And you can use the same information ongoing. And Tony, latest millionaire intern, welcome in. You can use this information ongoing, right? To be able to determine which ETF should I pick. S&P 500, Mala, latest millionaire intern, welcome in, right? Why do we say calculated? What is S&P 500? We are using it as an example, right? We're using it as a case study. S&P ETF, maybe you hear VO, SPY, right? Or maybe it's VTI, total US stock market. Because if you look at these two, or IVV as well, or S&P 500 ETF in general, if you go on Google right now and check what as S&P 500, what is the return on S&P 500 in the past, averagely in the past 30 to 50 years, right? Go on Google, that is data, right? You are informed. So you know what is it returning. What you would see there, it has returned between 8% to 10% to 12%. That's 30%, 30 to 50 years. So it means that it has data. Bob Tina, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. It means that 30 to 50 years. It means that you can guarantee almost like, okay, if this thing has done this, right, averagely in the past 30 years, you can be sure that it's going to get almost the same thing. You can rely on it. It's just like the same way you believe in Coca-Cola. You open that Coca-Cola, you trust it that this thing is going to have the gas and it's going to behave the same way, right? It's just going to behave the same way because over time, it has done the same thing. You build trust. That's just the same thing. Trust. That's what it is, because it's long term. Over time, we deliver 8 to 10%. Remember when we started with, for those that were new, for those that were here from the beginning, I showed you the rule of 72. Where is my iPad? Where are you? Okay, right here. Let me quickly show you. We were showing the rule of 72, and I went to, where are you? I went to the compound interest calculator. I said 10%. We changed the 10%. Praise, promise, latest millionaire in town. And I said 100 years, right? He said 13 million. Everybody said, wow. We did the same thing with IU savings account at 3.7%, right? 3.7%. So you were wondering, where is the 10%? Where did it come from? We are moderate risk investor. Between the mean or median of 8 to 12% is what? Guys, put it in the comments. The mean or median of 8%, between 8 to 12%. What is the mean and median? Joanna, latest millionaire in town. Mean and median of 8 to 12%. What is that? Let's drop it in the comments, and we'll soon wrap up with the live. We have been here since 1:30. Almost, wow. This is, oof. I've been talking since that time. I hope I have the energy for family and finance. If you, between 8 and 12%, what is the mean, or is it mean or median? What is the mean or median? For the math student here, let's know if we still have our math. The mean or median of 8 to 12%. So 8, 10, 12. What is the mean or median? Mean and median, we don't know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 10%. Can you see? That's that 10%, guys. For those on the YouTube side, welcome in. Make sure you click on that subscribe button. It's 10%. That is it right there. Can you see that percent? Can you see? That's where that 10% came from. And this is data of 30, 40 years. If you now do what S&P 500, and go on Google yourself, go and check it. Go and check it, because I'm trying to rush right now. Go and check it. What has S&P 500 done in the past? Now let's do what it did in the past 10 years. Yeah, those on YouTube, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in. We are wrapping up with the live, so click on the follow button if you have not done that. Princess Joy, latest millionaire in town. Tomorrow we'll probably continue with this ETF, or maybe we're just going to continue tonight at 8 p.m. We might continue tonight at 8 p.m. and just finish ETF and just not do family and finance tonight. Whichever one we decide, that we continue with real estate tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll continue with ETF tomorrow and finish up with real estate. Whichever one you guys. Louis, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. So click on the follow button if you have not done that. Let's keep tapping out the light. Whichever one we agree later. Where are you located, ma'am? I'm in the United States, right? I am. Yeah. Let's get our daily at me if you have not gotten that. So 10% is what it does. That's where you see that 10%. Now you also need to check what has it done in the past 10 years, averagely. What has S&P 500? Can somebody Google that? Because I want you to remember, we said calculated, informed, educated. We are on the informed and educated right now. Right now, you're trying to understand the trend and the data, because you want to know the data, right? The same way you did not know the data, you just put your money in SpaceX, you don't know why you're doing it. I'm showing you right now. Informed, right? SpaceX. Yeah, you don't know. Now, what has S&P 500? What has S&P 500 returned averagely, ETF, or maybe VOO or whatever? What is the average return in the past 10 years? Somebody put it in the comment. Google. Let Google be our friend. What has S&P 500 returned in the past 10 years? Averagely. Remember, put average there, because it's average. Averaging means, right? There's a month when it does this, there's another month when there's a year when it returns this, but over the course of the 10 years, He returned this. Teddy event, welcome in. We're wrapping up with like, click on that follow button. Thank you all for tapping out the live. Let's get our daily at me. If you have not gotten a daily at me, let's get a daily at me. As a matter of fact, we need 2 more people. If you have not gotten your daily at me, please get your daily at me so that we can meet our goal for the day. Thank you so much for doing that. And if you've been sitting here and you've not clicked on that follow button, click on the follow button while we wait on our people to respond. Google what has S&P 500 7 that's not right. In the past, averagely, in the past, I did not say 10 years ago, averagely in the past 10 years, averagely. I know the numbers. In the past, if you Google it, you would find it. What has S&P 500 returned averagely in the past, or S&P 500 ETF in return in the past, averagely in the past 10 years? In the latest millionaire in time. Welcome in. Guys, we're wrapping up with life. If you're new, click on that follow button, turn on notification bell. Also go on the YouTube. Thank you so much. That looks more like it. Thank you so much. Who else wants to try? Let's get it. Who else wants to try? Tepsa, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. We'll continue from here. Yeah, that doesn't look, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Let me try. Go and check so that you know 12 to 15%. That is, yeah, that is close to it. But the lower factor is not absolutely, you know, or also it's a function of where you are looking at it from. See, for those people that are actually actively checking it right now, trust me, you have just developed the skill of informed, right? Because some people just want to be taught, they just want to be given fish. Some people don't want to. I teach you to fish, I don't give you fish. You should thank people that teach you to fish versus the person that give you fish. Because it's almost like you are thinking like me right now. That's exactly what I'm doing to you. Right? Thank you so much for the roses. 12 to 15. Who else? Right? Who else? What has S&P 500 ETF returned averagely? Put averagely. And that person, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. We will soon be wrapping up with the live, and we got to 60,000 taps. Well done, everyone. Edith, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Let's also, can we also meet our target for the day with the daily at me? Let's get your daily at me. You'll find it here. It costs you 1 penny. So if you found value, get your daily at me. Which one is even more better between real estate and ETF? We're going to be talking about that. You want a video on it, go on my YouTube page. You would find it. It would explain it to you, okay? Right. Make sure you click on the follow button if you have not done so. Click on the follow button. The YouTube page. Let me show you the YouTube channel for the person that is asking.